Hello.
I'm not sure either, so let's wait and see.
And then I'm going to shove them on your head and make you look like Leia.
But most of it is good anyway.
Here we go.
Alright.
There's always a certain level of improvisation one has to adapt to.
Yes. Alright. Oh, people are in the chat already.
Here you go.
Let's see. Rira Art says,
Sure.
just dropping by to say I can't watch much today. Rest in peace. But you guys have fun. I will watch at a later time. Just don't kill any one of our friends.
No, we're gonna try not to kill anyone.
I was only going to not kill any of your friends if she turned up and watched, but since she's not, I'm just saying,
Kinda.
you can blame her.
Yeah. Lutragem says, I've got the right day, right? Because it says the stream is going live in 24 hours. I'm a wee bit worried. Well, the Fate Swain is live streaming tomorrow, so maybe you're thinking about the Fate Swain.
Yeah, at
Yes.
2 o'clock in the midday.
It's today. It's today. Okay, so welcome everyone to episode 12 of the Kestrels.
Yes.
A Murderous Masquerade. We are joined today by a special guest who can introduce herself.
I'm gonna just try to fix this
Yes,
camera.
let's fix the
because
camera
it's,
first.
How we sounding?
Yeah, let us know in the chat if the sound is good.
Or back.
Sound check!
Yes.
Is this
Wow.
good? Yeah, this is good.
Yes.
This is good.
It works.
I'm in here. I'm
Yes.
in the frame. And your camera, Rick, is here. If you want it closer, you have to, you know.
Like, get
I'm
closer to it.
sorry about the dog. He just thinks this is a party.
All right. So,
No. No, that's not, no, other way.
no, no. Do you think maybe you should do it? Stop it. It was good, Rick. You know,
I think
this is
if
not.
you move the top rope closer to us.
Yeah, but he was just,
I was just, I was. You literally moved it 3 millimeters and suddenly it's fixed.
Yeah, but that's what it's like,
Yeah.
you know.
I know, right?
Sound is fine.
Sound is fine. Okay.
Can I hear all of us the same, or does the dog, take over everything?
Well, we and Rose says, don't make me regret bringing food this time. He's practicing
Okay, yeah,
his evil
whatever.
laugh.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
trying?
yeah,
I think
yeah.
Rick is probably planning on. I'm gonna remove this. I think Rick is trying to kill someone. today.
Actually, I can tell you that I'm practicing for my character in the Vampire the Masquerade game, which we're going to be having on this channel soon.
Yes!
Can you guess which clan I'm going to be?
Locadian.
Wow, way to give it away.
She's just proud she knows the answer.
I know the answer because I played the game.
B and Rose says that the sound is a bit crackly.
Probably because I'm screaming.
Maybe.
I'm gonna just listen to it, so I'm sorry if you get like double sounds.
Can you guess which clan I'm going to be?
Locadian.
Wow, way to give it away.
Yeah. That's why.
It's just loud.
It's just that.
Sorry,
But we
I
can
won't-
turn it down.
Yeah.
I-
We can
I
turn
won't.
it down.
Stop. What?
But it's good that it's not, too low. Let's see. Let's put it down to 6. That'll probably be a lot more comfortable for
Constitution plus
people.
1d6, right?
Yeah.
There.
Not above 11.
Yeah. Okay.
11.
So let us know if this is a little bit better.
Let's
If
go
we
for a
make-
test.
Yeah.
The boy stood on the burning deck playing a game of cricket. The ball shot up his trouser leg and hit his middle wicket.
See, is it loud now? Let us know.
Definitely loud.
Yeah, I'm loud.
Yeah, you're all.
Oh, hey, Silver, is your dog allowed to get on the sofa and start chewing on pencils?
No, he got the candy, but he's not supposed to eat it wherever he wants.
Yeah, he's on your spot on the sofa. I'd take it personally.
Cook a day.
For you to do that.
You can
Hey.
eat it here.
I don't, not in the beer! God! What the hell's wrong with you?
We're children today, apparently.
Rick's laugh is distorting universes.
There's one universe. Let's not go crazy. Yeah,
Not according to Marvel. Or DC.
Marvel, we go with the Marvel here.
It was just clipping a bit. All right.
Yeah, okay.
So Rick's not
The
allowed
sound is
to
a
be
bit
crazy.
better, but still clipping a little bit on laughter. I'm sure we'll cope.
Yeah, we'll just
Okay.
try to
What
not do the
universes?
high pitch.
Yeah.
There's one universe. Let's not go crazy.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
It's good. All right. Let's just not get too excited then.
I just have to make sure that no one ends up laughing.
Don't you dare.
Awkward silence. Alright, do you want to maybe start doing the introductions?
Yes, of course. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Kestrels, a game in which a group of absolute nobodies, namely us, play a game of Dragon Age the RPG by Green Ronin, with the occasional rules brought also by the esoteric Athetis, and a lot of homebrew rules which we've developed over the last year. It's been over a year. Get that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've been doing it for a year. Holy shit.
That's nearly like...
That's not nearly enough.
No, it isn't. It's not enough.
Nope.
Anyways, introducing the characters, of course, we have, first of all, Sunniva.
Hey, I'm Feral. I'm sorry for my stutter sometimes. I have to restart and reboot. But am I supposed to tell people 3 things that I like and 3
Doesn't
things
have to
that I
be
dislike?
3. Just give us something we didn't know about your character before.
Feral. Okay, Feral hates bees. I just decided that. She likes adventure and she likes action. And she likes to play with your mind. If she can get something out of it.
But
Like,
we already
fun.
knew that.
yeah. And?
And...
Okay, she hates bees and she doesn't really stand stupid stuff. Or what she considers to be stupid. Which is a lot.
Right. Hi, I'm Anita. I play Valeth, the elven former circle mage. Valeth likes Templars with self-esteem issues, Veritetros novels, and correcting other people when they make mistakes. She dislikes Red Templars and deep water because she can't swim still, and failing as a leader. She really dislikes that.
A lot of dislikes.
Which is all the time!
Oh,
Shut up.
Oh, God, it's all going on now. And then we have Tonya with...
Yeah, hello, I'm Tonya. I play Andulis or Gatvar or Gaffy for short. And he is a mage, very powerful, overpowered mage. He's 12 years old. And
That's a drawback.
Yeah.
He's more powerful than I am.
Yeah, he's more powerful than his father was. So, anywho, he... it's always too soon. No, you threw me off my game.
Hashtag too soon.
I was like going to tell stuff that he doesn't like and stuff, but
Yeah, then do that.
yeah, I was going to, but now I forgot.
Does he like Kaida? That's what people are thinking.
I mean,
Come on.
she's a good friend, playmate.
Oh!
Yeah, right. They're kids, okay? They like to play together, and it's not doctor games. But yeah. He doesn't like being told what to do or not to do.
Very decent big boy.
I see.
Pretty decent big boy.
Are you so fancy?
We need that t-shirt. Pretty decent big boy.
I remembered. He has a very low tolerance for alcohol. Very low.
Well, he's 12.
Yeah, but still, it's a fantasy world.
Yeah, true.
You're
Like,
never too early
That
to
he
start.
doesn't really, he gets drunk really fast, or he just don't tolerate that other people drinks alcohol. Like,
No, he gets drunk super fast.
okay.
Like he can almost only sniff the cork and
I'm
He
just
can
like I used to
imagine.
be.
He can imagine being drunk and
Yeah.
just he gets
Yeah,
drunk.
if someone gives him, like soda and tells him it's alcohol, he'll get drunk.
No
So-
doctor games, it's poker games.
Jesus Christ, I don't know why, but now it seems to be a competition. Who's going to get Gaffar drunk quickly without getting in trouble?
My money's on that one.
You're going to be in the news. Ingrid, you're a bit of a guest star. with
Hi.
the same...
I'm Ingrid. I'll be playing Kiran Trevelyan. Kiran has a very high tolerance for alcohol. In fact, he enjoys alcohol very much. So much so that he's quite good at carousing.
It's a career.
Let's just say that he's well known in all the taverns. Yeah.
Well, the ones he's allowed to return to.
Kiran likes to gamble. He likes women. He likes men. And he doesn't like his sister.
No.
And he does
Everyone
not
except-
like the game. And pretty much anything that has to do with Banshee etiquette. So, yeah.
He sounds like a treat. Oh, we've met him before, so we know.
He
Yeah.
can be charming if he wants to.
Last time these guys met him, it was because they were doing a favour for the Lady Esme Trevelyan to rescue her erstwhile grandson from the depths, which is an underwater prison I'm sure that you guys would rather not go back to.
No.
No, rather not.
Yeah.
Not
Also,
It includes swimming, so it's out of the question.
yeah, I forget. That does include a lot of swimming. Yeah.
And,
also,
that one doesn't do that.
no, she's more like floats, like a floater.
Barely.
Sinks.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. And I do believe Kieran, the gorgeous man, his sister Philippa is trying to kill him.
Yeah, we didn't like her much.
She was amazing. What are you talking about? I based her off a certain anime character, which you're probably going to recognise by the end of this episode. Speaking of which, what else is there left to say?
What happened in the last episode?
Last week on the Kestrels, this should totally be a soap opera.
A Fateful
thing.
Fumble production.
Cue cheesy 80s music. What did happen? My word.
Lady New Guy.
Yes, the person referred to as Lady New Guy. Now, thanks to a lead given to them by the traitor Matek Lovelace, who is now currently residing in the basement.
Thinking his brother is dead.
Yes.
With
and
the huge dragon hole.
And yes, with the dragon occasionally popping in and sticking his snout between the bars.
Yeah.
And being occasionally prodded by Kaida and a big stick. Not that you guys have noticed that yet. She's so cruel. He found out that a certain Gavin Lovelace, one of the Grain Lords of Ostwick, has been up to something no good. However, reaching the man has proven very difficult. He's very secretive. However, leading in one of the leads that you were given, you arrived at a warehouse which was burnt down thanks to a certain mysterious elf. Sorry, no, she was a human, wasn't she? I feel like one of them drunk people that's kind of retailing the story. And it was,
She was very drunk, so
Yeah.
it fits.
They found her in a pub called the Unbreachable, drunk out of her mind and trying to cause fights. Also, someone wanted to have her killed off, which turned out to be the Alley Rats. And after a huge brawl involving Gakfar dismembering someone brutally,
It's all the sword.
it's all the sword. They managed to rescue the mysterious woman, only to find out that she was in fact the lost heir to the Reese family. Following her requests, they went off to another place to try and rescue her twin brother, Sand. Which led them to an old man dosed out of his eyebrows with lyrium, driven mad, and trying to kill Sand. Trying to stop him, they managed to push him out the window, causing him to break his neck before fleeing off into the dark. They managed to reunite the two siblings, but whatever machinations had occurred that night, somebody was very happy, and somewhere a bad guy had won. Which leads us to today. It is midday in the afternoon. There is a knock at the door at Equine House. Who answers it?
DuPont.
Obviously.
Obviously, DuPont
Or maybe
tries to answer it.
All right. So
Yeah, I'm a kid, so I'm making a mission to be at the door before DuPont.
Just as he tries. Well, actually, would you roll your initiative?
Initiative.
Yeah.
That's 3 dice, right?
Yeah.
First of the night.
What'd you get?
Got 12.
12. Ha! As you try to reach the door, DuPont, the usually quite slow and quite dim-witted of butlers, managed to actually put his hand on your forehead and with his right hand, keeping you away from the door. Ha! No! This is my job. You will not take it.
I will enable combat magic and push him out of the way.
My word.
Wow. DuPont does not get paid enough for this job.
No.
Oh, Jesus. Enabling combat magic does what exactly in this?
Then my magic becomes strength.
So you're still going to have to wait your turn, though. This was an initiative roll, after all. I tell you what, though. Roll a grapple with him. That could be strength. Or magic, in your case.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. 8 plus 6 plus 9.
Can we make this a thing? This is a drink thing, right? It's a drink thing. Please drink now. It goes from a split second with DuPont holding you by your forehead, using his height against you, with his other hand firmly around the door handle. Suddenly there is a crackle of the briefest emittance of lightning, and then DuPont is on the floor with his cheek pressed against the wood, with you one foot on his back and one hand on the door handle. How? What? Her face! Do you open the door?
Yeah.
Stepping over the pond as you do.
Can I walk past and see this?
Yes.
And go like,
They grow so fast.
and I shed a little tear down my eye, and I just wipe it like,
That's my boy.
pretty decent big boy.
Please don't let this be a thing.
It already is.
The door, the big wide door to Equine House, opens up into the street below. It's a bit of a midday colouring in the sky. And Lady Esme Trevelyan, the old matriarch and the battle axe, or the nag as they call her, of House Trevelyan, is standing at the door, blocking most of it up with her layers upon layers of her black and red dress. She takes in the scene, or the sight before her, of little Gakfar opening the door with one hand, and the butler DuPont, some seemingly compressed against the floor by his foot, being applauded to by Ferrell the elf to the left. She takes this all in within a few long, agonising seconds,
Yes.
and then she sighs.
Can I help you?
You want to come in? We have cheese in the kitchen.
You can almost hear the sound of her rolling her eyes.
It's not that.
Okay.
She tilts her head over her shoulder. Kieran, come on.
Do I hear all of this commotion?
Oh, everyone does.
Okay, I come looking to see what's going on.
When when Gakfar does something like that, it sounds like Keth training in full play mail. And the opponent is probably going to count his teeth later, to be sure.
Yeah.
Snoop.
Probably what Kiran is
Yes,
doing
probably.
as well.
You're in character.
Lady Trevelyan enters the room,
Yeah.
instantly taking up everything with her presence. And behind her comes Kiran.
What would
Not pouring
what
a
would be
drink, but-
etiquette to say to Lady Trevelyan when she comes in the door?
Oh, roll
I have
etiquette.
etiquette.
Can
so.
I do yo?
Yeah, you can do whatever you like.
And I flip up a gang sign.
Eight.
I have no idea.
I do believe it's
I don't have any.
Gakfar and Kieran are probably Gakfar and DuPont's probably doing the Gangnam Style sign with
15.
DuPont's on
15.
15. Nice.
I got double, but
Cute.
the
Well,
three
it's
isn't fancy.
The traditional thing, considering she is your superior,
Yeah.
is to refer to her as Messer
Monsieur.
and offer her as the best seat of the house before inviting her for some tea and food and such.
All right. Okay. Then that's what I'm going to do.
So do it.
Yeah. So, welcome, Monsieur. May I ask you to enter? Would you like a seat? Would you like some tea? Some refreshments?
Yes, actually, I wouldn't mind. You have some lemon cakes? That would be most appropriate.
I will check, and if we do not, I will send for some.
I also have etiquette. Can I roll just to see if I can figure out something secret just to mess with her? Not mess with her, but just like I flip out some good wine from downstairs or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. However, if you fail the roll now, you're going to bring up beer.
Yep. I'm like, okay.
You alright, lady? Do you want some beer? Yeah, here you go. What's your name? How's your uncle?
Because
What?
it feels like I am really fancy, like really, I am proper fancy, but I can't show it to you guys. But I'm just gonna rub it sort of in Valet's face, just a little bit.
While she's not there.
No, but she's gonna be like, hey, look at the wine that I got! That's like what I want to do, you know? Oh, nice. I got 2 6s and a 2, and I also have etiquette, of course.
Which is a +2 to that.
Yep.
My Feral, how did you get so fancy?
9, 10, 21.
21, yes. What would you like to do to impress her?
Just bring her some really fancy old wine from the cellar. That she probably hasn't heard of, that I know tons of stuff about.
Well, she may know about it, it's unsure, but you do happen to come across a small bottle of Scythe 910, which she may not drink, but she will appreciate.
Yeah.
We and Rose is saying, first, rolls to flip her off, but with class.
I just love that, just bringing up your middle finger and then like gold dust appears, flowers, singing cherubs and shit like that.
So what I want to do is like, I come up with this bottle and I'm like all over the place because it's dusty, not on her, but like
On Valet.
You want this? It's a blah 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 blah. It's from year blah blah blah, made from blah 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 grapes. I have no idea about this, but Phil does.
Year blah blah blah. That sounds like a really good year.
As Valeth comes in with a tray of lemon tea cakes taken from the pantry, she's about to say something about, here you go, here's the lemon cakes. Just as you come storming in, almost at a half run, almost trying too hard, almost, with that bottle of old Scythe 910, for blowing all of the dust from it, all of the cobwebs, right into Valet's face, needlessly so, almost with a noise.
That's perfect.
Before turning back towards Lady Esme, who is sitting rather unimpressed by the whole world as a whole, and uttering a whole line or a diatribe or 2 or 3 or 4 of where this wine came from. After that, there is this awkward silence. She looks at you, smiles a little, just a little.
Yes. Score.
I could certainly take a glass. Kieran won't be drinking.
Oh, that's fine.
He's been standing in the doorway, leaning up against the door frame all the time, kind of looking very grumpy. Looks over to you. Kid?
Yes.
Gaffa.
My phone, who is?
This is a former mate of ours. We've met him before. And this is the lady who owns this house, so be nice.
I'm finding your comment disconcerting.
Do you want to roll persuade or impress or whatever?
Yeah, sure. He's trying his best, okay.
I wish she had her own camera.
Is he trying to do that?
Let's see, that's...
It was at this point that Gagfar discovered his sexuality.
And found that he was attracted to older women.
As a 12-year-old. Oh my.
Oh dear.
but
That's not
what
canon,
I'm
guys.
supposed to roll?
I honestly have no idea. It's going to be communication persuasion, please.
What? Okay. And that's 9.
9? Huh? You don't know why, but this kid is making all of these types of gestures. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that he was standing on top of the butler, it would be even more pathetic. And you notice that this butler, this Seneschal Dupont, if you remember his name correctly, he seems used to it. He's almost kind of like trying to sleep while he's down there.
It's only break for the day.
Hey, DuPont.
Yes.
Where do we keep the fancy glasses?
You know full well where the fancy glasses are.
Hey, Valeth, do you mind grabbing one of those fancy glasses for this drink?
No, of course
I
not.
can do that!
Okay, you can do that.
All right.
Monsieur, some lemon cakes?
With dust.
Thank you very much. She takes the smallest one and then starts nibbling on it for a second. If you're all gathered, I'm just waiting on the taller one. Ness was his name.
Oh.
And you have
Awkward silence
you
ensues.
hear something crash in the kitchen.
Oh dear. I feel like I put my foot in it. Kieran, have I put my foot in it?
I don't know, where is your foot?
I know where it will be in a Yes.
He passed away recently.
Oh heavens. She puts the tea cake down and moves it again. And moves it again.
Have you heard of the things that went down in Folly some weeks back?
Folly.
It's a small town up that way.
Make
Can
his,
I roll?
yeah, sure. Make his breath. There's a town actually called Folly.
Yes. Quite charming, actually.
Not when we were there.
No, that's true. But if it wasn't swarming with demons and, black rain and things, it would have been really nice.
Yeah. If you like sewage and stuff, then yeah.
Hi.
What's 12 and cunning?
Yeah, you've never heard of a place called Folly.
No.
Well, it was an unpleasant ordeal, and he didn't make it through.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. I truly am.
That's his son, though.
Yes.
Coming out of the kitchen right now, broken glass in his hair.
Yeah, he comes in, the total different, posture, demeanor, posture, just, coming with the glass and like.
Oh, good, you managed to save one, I see. She takes the glass and tips the broken bits out as well. Excellent. Look, I'm going to dispense or dispose of all of the formalities. I have some news, and I require your focus. If Ness can't be joining us, and I do lament his absence, then we best get down to business.
Let's.
I was given this recently by a messenger, which came directly from Lady Maldwin herself.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, Lady Maldwin is the real power behind the throne of Ostwick.
Yes, quite.
Now, tell me what you think is the problem with this most surprising invitation.
Right. I'll read it aloud so everyone is informed.
Yes.
It is probably best.
The Herald of Ostwick is commanded by the Lord and Lady Maldwin to invite Lady Esme of House Trevelyan, Lord Kieran of House Trevelyan, Lady Valeth of House Trevelyan, Lady Firrell of House Trevelyan, Master Gakfar of House Trevelyan,
Master?
to the pre-Candlemas Masquerade at Astrum Keep.
What?
This very evening, beginning at sundown. A reply is requested to the Secretary of City Invitations, Lord Chamberlain's offices, Astrum Keep. Dress an uniform, morning coat or lounge suit in the bearings true of the winter seasons.
Oh! And Farrell's just like, poof.
I've never seen her act like that. What was
Where'd she
that?
go?
I don't know.
I believe that's what they call excitement.
Possibly. You never know with Firrell, I'm afraid. But yes, the titles are indeed quite odd.
Indeed. One, that they in fact know of your identities. They know that you are under my sponsorship. Say they, I dare say Lady Maldwin is showing her cards. For what reason, I can't be sure. She would be best served not revealing that she knows this. Now we know that she knows.
Right. So
Which
she
is-
wants something, most likely.
Most likely, yes.
Or she's trying to provoke something.
Which is also a possibility. We cannot take anything for granted. Lord knows I would not. So, with that said, the pre-Candlemas Masquerade is this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Within the next 3 hours.
Right. So what would you prefer? Should we respectfully decline and say that we are otherwise engaged, or would you like us to actually attend?
Oh, my dear. You don't decline. You never decline.
All right. Good to know. So in 3 hours' time. Okay.
In 3 hours' time, I wish that you shall meet with me, and I will make sure that Kiran will give you the directions required. We shall meet right at the foot of the Mount of Astrum Keep. Bring your finest clothing.
Right.
Don't bring yourself ready for that usual type of war, but the war of the ballroom. I hope you can dance.
Pharaoh comes back with Talon's dress. Like, this is all I got.
Oh.
I think we have some funds. We can go shopping.
Shopping! Where's the best shopping place?
DuPont?
What color are
DuPont,
the
where
winter
are you?
colors of Ostwick?
I'm not sure. Yes, what are the winter colors of Ostwick?
They are white and green.
All right. That's some place to start. You like green, don't you?
Yeah, but that's usually for spring, aren't it?
Well, I guess that depends on the shade of green.
Maybe I can go like a blue, greenish, white sort of sparkles.
Right. Later.
3 hours. DuPont can point you in the right direction for the dressmakers and the tailors. Tell them I sent you, and they shall deliver on a timely fashion. They may require some extra greasing of palms, of course, but DuPont will tell you how much they usually require.
Right.
Wherever he is. Madam, I'm down here. She looks down where Gakfar was standing. DuPont, the boy is no longer on your back.
He will be soon.
All right. He drags himself up, dusts himself off, and tries his best to ignore the 2 small footprints on the base of his back. I shall see to their needs. Is there anything else, ma'am? No, not at all. Run along. Go get what you need. DuPont quickly scampers from the room. I do loathe that man.
Well, if it's any consolation, these two are making sure that he's thoroughly tortured on a daily basis.
Tortured?
I would call it
Busy.
torture, yes.
I'm just having a bit of fun. He likes it.
Well, I can promise you that DuPont is not having a lot of fun.
Sure it is.
I'm sure it will teach him some lessons of humility and excitement.
We call him Eep in this house. And then the cat walks by, and I'm like, we can't have 2 DuPonts.
No, that's DuPont.
There's a moment when their eyes widen, and then you notice that she's pursing her lips. It won't do to have me laughing. I'm going to.
He's snorting into his hand.
I'm going to remove myself now and prepare for this evening's travesties.
I can't wait. It's been so long since I've been to a real party like this.
When
Well,
were
not
you
really.
ever to a real
In Foley
party?
was the last time. That was pretty fun, wasn't it?
The last time was
Party was fun.
my 5th
I
birthday.
suppose.
Aww.
Oh.
Before, Mom and who I thought were my dad.
Let's not go there right now.
Party
It's
people
fine.
are always such a
So, do I still need your chaperonage?
Oh no, I trust you in the hands of. Well, she looks at all 3 of you. Well, Valeth, at least.
Is your sister coming?
Philippa?
I don't know. The woman we
Yes,
also
Philippa.
met.
Her name was
I
Philippa.
should hope not.
Is she?
But, knowing her, probably.
Philippa is alive and well, though I doubt she would engage upon such a droll affair at a ball. She's never been one to dance, except that one time, which we should not speak of. Not again. I shall show myself out, and I shall see you later on this evening at Astrum Keep.
Yeah.
Yes,
We'll be
opened the
there
doors
on the
for
dot.
her.
Thank you
Oh.
kindly for your warning and your instructions. We will rendezvous soon.
She, Esme,
See you later, brah.
pats you on the head, and then draws a large gold dragon from her purse, and just drops it in your palm. Such a clever little boy. Before exiting on the street.
You got a toy from her?
No, she got a
Gold.
gold coin.
Oh, I thought you said like a gold dragon.
No, it was a clockwork dragon. It answers the name Terry.
Good for you, son.
Don't test me, I'll make it happen.
The moment the door closes behind her, Kiran just turns around. Oh, thank fuck! Can I have some of that wine, please?
Of course.
Not this one. Nope. That's just for fancy guests. You want to get drunk, right? I have something else you'll like better. What do you
Anything.
like? Smoky or non-smoky, fruity or sour?
In my mouth.
I know just what to get ya. Be right back.
Are we still talking about wine?
I don't want to know. Don't.
Who's that talking? Was it the ghost?
Entertain me. Ooh.
We do have a ghost though, that's true.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We go get I go get some sort of boozy type of
Booze.
booze. Boozy type no. I'll get rum. I'll get you rum.
Oh.
Yes.
Where's the ram gone?
Yeah.
Yep.
As she leaves, Adrian.
Being racist.
What? Adrian enters. Remember Adrian, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
His bruises have long since healed since Ness beat the living snot out of him, and since he's been tortured by the Tevinton enemies.
Yeah.
He's still looking a bit droll, but he walks in, looks straight at Kieran, and then turns around and then walks out again without a single word.
What was
Do you
that
know
all
each
about?
other?
Kieran just probably saunters after him, grabs him by the scruff of his neck,
Oh no!
and pulls him back in.
No!
What's this all about?
Yeah, what is this?
So why don't you tell them?
Yes, Adrian, why don't you tell us?
I used to be a lieutenant in the captain's guard until I met this fellow and we got drunk and I got in trouble.
Why didn't I read anything about that in your diary?
Wait, what?
You write a diary, do you?
Yeah, I have it. It's mostly just about like patrols and stuff, so it's really boring.
Well, you promised you'd contact me again, but you didn't, so.
Hey! It was a night of fun. That was all it ever was.
Ooh,
really now?
have you told LeClaire about this?
You hear a loud bang upstairs, and you hear it with a very straight voice. Somewhere.
He has his cues on point today.
Does have them on point. What is this? I can hear somewhere. Two men are romanticizing. And suddenly Leclerc's head pops from underneath where the stairs go down. All of her hair, like, going.
Yeah.
It's grown quite a lot since you last saw it. She just dips her head around. Adrian! Who is this handsome man? Did you two have a thing? Did you have a thing? Do they still have a thing?
No, there is no thing.
Oh, all the blood is rushing to my head.
That's because you're upside down, dear.
So I am. An empty bottle of something falls off and smashes onto
Oh,
the
she's
floor.
picked up drinking again.
I have not picked it up. I never let it go.
Slow clap, good sir.
Adrian is simply.
I was just like mesmerized.
I wouldn't do it. Hey. Oi.
She looks like a lot of fun.
She will destroy you 3 ways from the Maker's Edge.
And you'll probably enjoy it.
I'd probably enjoy her trying.
It's not so fun to listen to them all night long. though.
true.
Sometimes it's hard to get sleep around here because, you know, me and Abdullis over there, we have the room in the middle, and then we have Adrian and Leclerc on one side, and then we have this girl with that cat guy on the other side.
You've been on that?
No.
Adrian is going the colour of sunset.
Yeah, and so is Valis. He's like,
And you know what? The stupid thing about this whole thing is that she is just going around, and when we'd say like, we hear knocking sounds at night, she's like, oh, there's a ghost here. I promise you it's a ghost. That's the most stupid explanation I've ever heard. It's called sex, my dear. We
It's a
know
blacksmith. It was definitely the blacksmith. We have a
no,
blacksmith.
there is a ghost.
Oh, we have a ghost. Yeah, that's a good one. We have a ghost.
But we do.
She
Wait, actually does.
She makes me keep my armor on. He just disappears. He runs up the stairs trying to find a way out, and you hear, "Oh, hello, Adrian," and he runs back down the stairs. And he goes through the kitchen.
Valeth also disappears, saying something about, going to find money for things, because we need things. Bye.
And Feral is basically just throwing herself down in a couch and just holding over her stomach and laughing.
Yeah, and Gaffy just stands there with big eyes and like, this is interesting.
You've heard about it before in biology. I've taught you.
My gosh, you're his home tutor. God help him.
And everything but magic, hopefully.
No, I'm trying to teach her magic.
Flick and swish, right?
Yeah.
Flick and swish.
Doesn't work.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
I'm not valid.
My God, that is so valid though.
Yep.
My God, valid is Hermione.
Yeah, pretty much.
DuPont re-enters with a rather large man bag. It's a leather satchel, quite thick, hefty. Wearing an overcoat since it is actually snowing outside.
Mm-hmm.
He has a rather formal, rather modern, and rather fashionable hat with a gigantic peacock feather on it. It's just so heavy it kind of floops over. And there's these little glasses that are like this on his head.
I take
cute.
his hat.
Well, you take his. It's actually really big, and his head is big. But yours isn't. So when you put the hat on your head, it goes down to your eyes, down to here.
Cute.
So I'll just tip it back.
Looks better on him.
Bunk.
Give the man his hat back. You can get a hat of your own later.
We need him to help us today because he
Yes.
knows a lot about fashion.
Be
I
nice to
think.
DuPont.
He's gonna dress you.
I, dust off the snow from his coat.
Congratulations, you have saved yourself from a fate worse than death.
Wow. What is that? Getting slaughtered by the fashion critics up at the party?
Oh no. Pink velvet.
We need to have the winter colors because it's in the invitation. So.
Oh, of course. A pre-candle masquerade.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It'll be white and green, as is the traditional colours of Ostwick.
I want a minty sort of color on my dress, and I want the sleeves to be a bit like this long, not too poofy, with maybe some sleeves like hanging down and.
So with
Bell sleeve.
About a good foot of a droop. Do you think?
Yeah, just a little bit, but not so my armpit would show because that's
Of course,
that's
that's-
not ladylike at all.
My
So-
lady, have you done this before?
No, I've just looked at magazines.
I find it highly unlikely.
Orlean magazine.
The latest fashion. Masks for the face and beyond. No, wow, my God, can you imagine?
But it can't be too green. It needs to be a bit of minty. I need that sort of, because it sort of makes better with my face and my complexion and color of hair and stuff.
Excellent. I know a haberdashery which is around the corner with its own tailor.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you would like to accompany me, we can
course.
get your dresses all sorted in one go, or your dining long coat or lounge suit.
I don't want a robe.
Who said anything about a robe? Do we look like we are in an Olay or something? No. Although we're going to have to work with those shoulders.
Yes. Let's just go. I don't really know what is in fashion in Ostwick right now. Do you know? I haven't really had the time to pay attention.
He DuPont turns and takes this savage moment to look at Kiran, looks him up and down.
He's actually quite fashionable,
Oh, hey.
in spite of it.
Actually, roll your what the hell would that be? In presentation or something?
Communication?
I would say etiquette would be
maybe,
your
yeah.
Etiquette or maybe
your
like,
cultural lore if it's higher.
yeah, cultural lore.
Mm.
That is... he doesn't have etiquette, but he has a lot in communication. And that is a 17.
Well, I may commit suicide after admitting to this, but the young sir here is a good example of what to go for.
Well, if you were a man, yes.
Mm-hmm.
What do women wear, Kieran?
The principles are the same,
Okay.
just more fabric.
Yes, clearly.
And, accessories are, and I mean this with an underlying...
Dupont, you'd be surprised how much experience I have with women's clothing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Mostly taking it off. But
Yes, well, if half the rumours are correct, you would have a lot of experience with women's clothing.
Does he wear them?
I mean, every slight, but only in the
DuPont.
best way.
You have to remember, he's
Focus.
12 years of age.
He's 12?
Yes.
So
You really need to
you
work
need to
on
be
your
careful
sass.
on the words that you're using.
But he's 12?
Yes.
He's gone white.
How old did you think he was?
I just thought he was a bit sprightly for his age.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe you're just, I'm just kidding with ya, and I just grab him like this, and I go like this.
Give him a noogie.
And I kiss his forehead.
There's a little ball patch just on the top.
Yep.
Yeah. Also affectionately known as the egg in the nest.
Alright.
Wow.
Can we leave now?
Yep.
Yes.
Lead the way.
Would
Please.
you like to follow me?
We're making a spectacle of ourselves in the middle of the street.
And this is inside. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, are we on the street now?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Probably.
Do you know where you are?
Nice
Excellent.
big hat you got there. Compensation much?
Another subject you would have a lot of experience with. No.
Font! Language.
I did not swear. Would you mind covering your ears for just one moment? Now he's gonna roll. Just. Oh, shut up.
Okay.
Out on the street, with the ears of the nearest boy firmly covered, DuPont lays waste to you with a terrific amount of sailor speak that you've never heard anyone actually come out with. And it ends with something like shriveled up elbow baggage,
Right.
which is going to require a lot of imagination. What does that look like, kids? Yeah. Anyways, it was Marianne.
Kiran just looks at him up and down and says, wow, you can really lash it out when you try.
Oh, please. You are way beneath me.
You wish.
Right. Let's move, guys.
Please. It's only getting
I
colder.
remove his arm so we can hear again. Let's go!
I heard all of that.
Okay, good. Don't repeat it.
It's a lot to repeat. He went on for like 6 minutes. Anyways, he takes you down the main street, a few twists and turns into a back alley, where an old woman is working hard on a series of dresses and suits, all on mannequins inside this small house, built in, nestled even in the foundations of one of the many different old buildings in the upper class quarter of Ostwick's city centre. The whole process that you go through is both exciting and humiliating, as she single-handedly renders you down to a series of numbers, everything from your thigh circumference to the bridge of your nose for a mask. She takes all of the details down, prodding, poking, groping, and all manner of other different gestures just to get the perfect measurement.
Well, at least she's a woman.
Yeah, you can say.
Yeah, you can,
Oh my word.
I guess you could tell from the boobs though, but
Yeah. Yeah.
She has like the gratuitous British nanny boobs. I love that expression. It's from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. It's brilliant.
Kiran just hands her a pouch of coin and like, I expect that my order is already done.
Yes, Lord Trevelyan, it is indeed done. I really disapprove of your use of buttons, but between you and your latest conquest, it's nothing to do with me. She goes in the back before returning with this rather nice-looking silk bag. silk so it doesn't catch with anything before handing it over to you tentatively.
Excellent.
Worth every single copper, as you'll find as usual. Do try to keep this one in good stead.
We just need to be careful when we laugh.
Yeah. We're hurting people.
Yeah.
Sorry!
But it was really funny.
It was.
Just painfully funny.
Yep. Painfully funny. Sorry. Is it better? Just tell us if the sound is better.
Yeah, we turned it down a little bit more.
Yeah.
Alright.
Was there anything lost?
No. Nothing was lost.
It's just that when
their hair.
it crackles. Sure.
Worth it. Lucia versus.
What?
It was worth it.
Valis just kind of looks at Pearl and like, I'll just have what she's having.
No. We can't have the same. It can't be too like. But I can find something that's gonna be magnificent for your body type and style.
Okay. I trust you. I have no idea about this.
Well, you're my last customer today, says the woman,
Girl.
the seamstress.
You have some good tips for, making my shoulders broader?
Yeah, I just need to have some padding, and I guess she's probably.
But it doesn't have. I don't want it to look like I have padding.
No, I guess the
Search
woman is
roll
probably
for
good with
finding
what
a
she's
dress for
doing.
Vala.
Can you do
I
that?
rolled 13.
I'm sorry.
Make my shoulders look broader without it's looking like I have, padding beneath.
My sweet child, you are certainly not the first little lord who's asked me to do exactly that.
That
Tell
means
me.
it's fashion.
Do you prefer the sound or feeling of black or something a bit more autumnal? Maybe... Yes. I think I have just the thing. She disappears in the back for a second. This whole shop has entire, almost tunnel-like wardrobes filled with pre-made dresses and suits all flanking each other. Boxes of accessories. And a whole section of just rolls upon rolls of different types of cloth. Highland pleat and such. Speaking of which, she returns with a blue jacket with golden trim from the wide shoulders right down to the knee-length long coat, waistcoat, pantaloons, and all the other finery. She holds it up in front of you. This was designed for a little lord from House Vaughan. Unfortunately, he died during the Fourth Blight. However, he wasn't wearing this. Go try it on.
Okay.
I rolled 17 on. No. Hang on. That's a 5. 8. 15 on my search roll for a dress for Valeth. Probably helped by Feral.
Whatever you're looking for, the exact idea you have in your head, you get 90% correct of it.
Alright. What colouring has Valeth got?
She's got like almost auburn hair, but a little darker, and she's pretty pale because she stays inside a lot.
So a bit darker green shade one maybe.
Eyes?
Probably. Blue, like sky blue almost.
Yeah. In that case, he probably finds a deep bottle green velvet dress.
Yeah.
This one is pretty.
And it's got silver embroidery on.
That was just what I was thinking. For real, like it should have like
Yeah.
Maybe Feral and Karen can just like take it at the same time.
We're just like, hey.
Yeah. Hey, Valeth.
Yes.
You're wearing this.
Yep, you're having this.
Okay.
Oh, that is perfect.
Can I do a search for myself? What do I throw? Like search? Is it a search
I
check?
believe it comes under investigation, considering you're searching
Okay.
for something.
In research or investigation?
Investigation.
Or
Let's,
perception searching.
Oh, perception. There
you
we
could do
go.
perception searching, yes.
I'm gonna
Investigation and perception, the huge differential between the two of them is how much time it takes.
But I'm gonna do perception, I think.
Alright.
But which one is investigation under? What?
That's under law, isn't it?
I don't think
I'm
we
not
have
sure
investigation.
it
We have
has-
research.
Yeah, we
under
have
cunning.
research. Yeah.
Research.
I really need to stop playing Dungeons and Dragons at the same time.
I know. I'm gonna do perception because it doesn't really matter. I get just as much as perception or as research. I have the same amount, so
It's all good.
doesn't really matter. Oh shit, this is not good.
Yes, to quote The Rock, it doesn't matter.
I got 14.
Kiran helps you.
There we go.
Sorry.
Yay!
Still product placement. Literally
It's
drinking
cool.
whatever I can ravage from the kitchen.
It's fine.
Kiran helps you, and I rolled 19.
Oh.
Did I find the perfect dress?
Yes.
Yes.
You literally find the dress.
The dress
The dress.
with the big
Say
D.
yes to the dress.
I think it's like Feral is just kind of like looking, and Kiran is just standing there waiting for her waiting for her to get to his spot and just holding up the dress, like it's just hanging off his fingers, and he's just waiting for her to see it. It's like
I'm just like going through. Yeah.
That's the one.
And I sort of give you an awkward high five.
There's barely sound.
How?
I
He
peek
winks
my
at you.
head out the, changing curtains just to see if anyone is paying attention to.
No one is.
No, okay.
That is the
I
cutest
just,
thing you've ever done.
walk slowly out like with the.
Oh yes, with
Oh.
the black riding boots that came with the suit as well. Make this little click, click, click.
I rolled a perception roll.
Pretty
It's not
decent.
looking good for you. That's it.
Damn it.
Okay, well, Valeth is going to be the ultimate
19
mom.
again.
Yeah, you don't get very far.
There's basically a hand that kind of like gently wraps around you and just like turns you around. It's like, sorry lad, not this time.
No, not inside. Outside of my changing room.
Oh.
I'm not going in there.
Okay.
Hell no.
I thought you were trying to sneak off.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm
I'm just changed.
showing off the
I'm
clothes.
like, just shyly showing off like.
In that case, Kiran sees it and you're just like,
Yeah, Valeth is going to just do the mom thing and like, oh, you look so handsome. Really, you do. You look great.
Yes. Yes, dude. That is the outfit. The outfit.
And I stand taller.
Now walk.
Sachet.
When you are all assembled, you see the seamstress talking to DuPont. DuPont is handing her a wad of notes, some sort of promissory notes. Instead of using just hard cash, these seem to be just something a bit more upper class. She's shaking her head a bit, and you can hear her just say the words, like, they're going to the ball. Oh my. And DuPont is looking her in the eye. Not a bad word about it. They're going to the ball, and they're going to look fabulous, and it is going to be grand.
Oh, it's so cute. Such a nice man.
Yeah, I love DuPont.
Oh, I need to start to be nicer to him.
I am nice. I'm treating him as my friend.
Like an equal.
Like an equal. Like a 12-year-old.
Sorry, chat.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. I need to laugh.
Alright.
Very well, Miss Sarah. Shall we depart? Time is
Yes.
running against us.
I
Yes.
assume we need to do something with hair and stuff back home.
I have just the place. And
Oh.
if we hurry, we can get there before it closes. But we must hurry.
Kiran probably goes like, there, done.
Phil does the same. It doesn't really work.
No.
Done.
I must say, I am quite impressed by the whole house chic you possess. Tell me
Oh, so
something.
you're familiar with it?
Who's that? DuPont.
Language.
I go like this, waiting.
Forgive me. He leads you down another few alleys until you've completely lost your way, and to a place where there is a strange cylindrical device that's there, a piece of wood, which rotates now and then in the wind with red and white going up along the side of it. It is an interesting place, I must say. They both provide the minimal surgical needs if you are, say, for example, of toothache. And they also double up as, of course, the hairdressers. Now,
I don't think I've ever been to a hairdresser's before.
oh,
I've
you're,
never
you're
been to a
in for a
hairdresser
very good
slash
treat.
surgeon. I've never heard of that.
Actually,
before.
historically, that's legit. They used to do that back in the day.
Yep.
Hairdressers pulled teeth.
Not where I'm from.
Indeed, it's the gentleman inside is an ex-Orlesian who, shall we say, tried to expand his skills. Although he was rather adept at everything he put his hand to, unfortunately, the Orlesian courts didn't find it amusing. So please try not to ridicule him for his life choices. He is also the best hairdresser in all of Ostwick. He
Go
also
figure.
has the sharpest blades in Ostwick, and they will be near your head.
If you're a man, yeah. And need a close shave, I mean.
Of course. Yeah.
Time, people.
Yeah.
He takes you inside. Inside
I
there is
open the
this
door.
gigantic man with all of his hair, all of it on this huge gigantic beard, which hangs from his face like some sort of like waterfall of brown with streaks of grey in it. As he sees you come in, he's cleaning his hands with a large towel, and like all over the floor there is hair everywhere that's been brushed up into the corners. Ah, hello, my friends. Would you please take a seat? I will be with you shortly. And he disappears into the back.
Yes. Okay.
DuPont leads you to this terrifying contraption that doubles up as a chair. And behind it you have this little wonderfully comfortable sofa. Who wants to go first? Brave man. You have to climb into the chair. It's
I'm
so
not
big.
that small.
Climb. You all probably would actually, because they're elves.
Yeah, we're not very tall.
I'm not an elf. But I'm your size, so. Yeah.
The giant comes back. He's got this rather rotundous belly. It is you, of course. How are you doing, dear Kiran?
Pretty good.
You never see me anymore, and for what? You know, this disaster on top of your head? Tell me, do your ears even scream anymore, or are they muffled underneath the weight of your disaster? No, you do not need to answer. It is quite alright. I have heard all of your witty repartee.
Nice to see you too.
It is, isn't it? Isn't it just?
I think they might be friends.
He turns around, and there is this pumping sound as the pneumatic pump inside the chair lifts you up a little bit. There's even this awkward hiss of air, almost like a fart sound. This thing is old.
Valet's architecture interest kind of kicks in and like, oh, that is an interesting contraption.
Isn't it?
How does that work?
I believe it is the expense of air pumping it in. When I pump this pedal here, you go up even higher.
That is quite ingenious.
It is. Unfortunately, it is in dire need of some repair. You see, when I try and let it down, this
Excuse
happens.
me, we have.
It wasn't me.
Yes?
Valet goes
Can we get this party started? Because we don't have that much time.
Oh, but of course!
Yeah.
I love a challenge. Bear with me 1 second.
Yeah.
No curls. I've been to a hairdresser once. No curls.
No, you would look very weird with that.
Yeah.
Why
No curls.
on the maker's breath
Don't ask me.
would I give you curls?
Last one date.
You give me their address. I will make sure they never give anyone curls.
It's probably in Tavinta, so.
Ah, those Taventa and blood bastards. He draws this gigantic pair of scissors that look like garden shears
Oh, shit.
in his meaty hand, and in his left one he pulls out a small dagger that looks like it's been sharpened to like a monomolecular level.
Oh my god.
Now, it is very important you do one thing for me. Don't move.
This is so hella intense hairdresser.
Terrifying.
This is like so glad she didn't go first.
There is this whirlwind sound of a sharp blade hitting oxygen as the scissors come in real close, and you see he's whipping your hair up with the dagger and severing it in midair. Just whoosh, whoosh. Hair is being cast out left and right in poofs as they go along. Poof, poof, poof. After a few seconds, he stops, throws the dagger across the room, which hits a target, and then he pulls out a comb and continues. Within a matter of moments, he's done, and you have this exceptionally foppish flop over.
Weirdo says in the chat, I love that curls are as offensive as blood magic.
I don't get it, aren't they?
I'm so sorry.
I don't get it. What's the joke? Curls are. all I'm saying is, all apostates have curly hair.
Not Anders.
No, not Anders.
Not that you know of.
Not that you can see.
Anders had curly pubes.
Everyone does.
And Solar shaved his egghead. Anyways, he splurges on some weird fatty-like substance into your hair and slaps it around a bit, almost painfully. And when you're done, your hair looks shiny. It has been solidified. Solidified into this comb over where the side of your head is like razor cuts, and you just have this comb over.
Oh, so Hitler.
Yes, you look like Adolf Hitler. No, you don't look like Adolf Hitler. I just like saying Adolf Hitler.
Can we please stop?
May I finish?
I finished.
Yeah, that's it. We're done.
With one meaty hand, he puts it into your forehead here, and then just strings it back. So now the little man has a freaking Mohican.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Like a spiky anime Final Fantasy thing. Take that. Now, he turns around, stroking the hair off his blade.
Next.
I'm going to speed up the process.
Yeah. Carol's eager for that too.
Viandro says, OMG, I'm crying. And let's be real, Anders straightens his hair. That is true.
It's so true.
Say it like it is, Winrose. Say it like it is.
Doggo, stop it.
Lutrogen says, I'm concerned that our players might die of a lack of oxygen from laughing.
Yes, I'm concerned too. Very concerned.
It's a very real and very crucial threat and possibility. However, what a ride. Oh, dear me. So you end up, Ferrell ends up with this atrociously gorgeous bob.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So her hair sort of got longer, or was it just like half long?
No, he's basically done a few effects. You know, you do like those effects to make it look longer than it
Yeah.
really is by shortening it at certain points.
Extensions?
No, please. This is not LA.
Like a bowl cut, or just a
No,
bob?
no, 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 no. I'm thinking more like
She has short hair.
She does,
You
but
probably
it's
guess
not.
her a pixie.
Oh my God, Ferrell with a pixie haircut. That's just so stereotypical.
She has that though.
She has a pixie haircut.
Yeah.
But then again, she did go to Folly. She probably hasn't been at a hairdresser's in
That's
a
actually
while.
true.
Yeah,
Three
I
weeks.
sort of probably have a hockey by now, so.
Hockey. You know what? The problem is,
A mullet.
son of it is actually a professional hairdresser.
Yeah.
I'm talking
Yeah.
with an expert. What hairstyle do you think she'd end up with?
I don't know. That's why I'm so eager to hear what you have to say.
I have a dog between my legs.
So I'm guessing it's a sleek, shiny bob then.
No,
Okay.
Igor!
Okay,
Stop
she
licking my crotch.
she gets like this sort of just kind of back, but with bangs. So it's just bangs, short bangs, and it's just like really tight back.
Great. Feral's been taken
in
to
a
1980s.
kind of pointy neck.
Pointy neck.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
You can do her haircut as well. You're the expert. Seriously, how much fluid do you need to put on my hands?
Everything.
All of it.
All of it.
Darius, you're up.
Yeah. Violet has kind of hair down to like her shoulder blades, I guess. Around there. So I don't know what you want to do with that.
Updo.
Updo.
I guess she's getting an updo.
Dear God, stop licking everything. Jesus.
He loves to lick
That's
stuff.
what she said.
Oh my gosh. Gaffy, cover your ears.
Meta. Yeah, I get the feeling it would be when he's done. Your hair is up in a very upper class fashion. Lots of plaids and such.
Elaborate.
You know what the Shenyang looks like? It's
Bless
this,
you.
No, it's just this really tight sleek back with this one like ball really low in the neck. It's really classy,
Kind of
really
loose.
nice.
It's very medieval as well, isn't it?
Evita.
It's covered in a
No,
net.
it's not. It's more Evita, not very
Yeah.
loose. It's really tight,
Yeah.
really.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's really classy, typical kind of bridal. Really it looks so easy and clean and nice. But it's one of
That's
the
what
most
it's-
hardest thing you can do because it's so everything is so perfect in its place.
Great for
Every
OCD.
mistake shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So when he's done, Valeth will look herself in the mirror, you know, in her dress and everything, and like, I kind of wish Keth could see me now.
You hear a squeak on the window of the hairdressers, and Kath is by the window like this going.
No, he's been like, yeah, exactly.
He's been stalking us all the way. Great factor.
No, he's not
No,
there.
he's not.
But yes, it is sad that he wasn't there to join us.
Maybe after.
Okay.
Oh dear. Cool. And after the hair is done, DuPont, realizing how little time he has left, rushes you over to the foot of Astrum Keep. The approach to Astrum Keep is pretty awe-inspiring, actually. It's something you've seen at a distance, but you've never really had any reason to approach. In fact, your job has mostly been to avoid the attention of people that high up. But here you are, heading towards the centre of Ostwick, which is essentially this gigantic fortress made of a blast white stone, ancient, as old as the Tevinter Empire, and has been completely untouchable since then. It's been built in the shape of a 5-pointed star. The walls, which are again pretty impressive, are ranked around these 5 bastion-like towers which are covering the area. Now, whether it was because of some sort of accident of design, when the Canary turned up with their Gatlock cannons, they couldn't breach the walls because accidentally the design made the cannonballs deflect.
Oh.
However,
So it's the Pentagon.
yeah, pretty much. If you like. That's great. Thank you. We're now doing CIA references.
So more Napoleonic.
Thank you. Star Force. There we go.
Well, actually.
Drink.
God, it's in character.
Meta. Sort of.
This whole fortress is sitting atop a rather tall foundation of solid bedrock as well, making it impossible to try and burrow under, which adds to its charm. Also, a paved esplanade of space is kept between the keep's own walls and the surrounding buildings. So there is actually this space of simply nothing apart from fountains. It's essentially a paved mosaic park between the buildings of Ostwick and the fort itself, and that's been kept like that for generations. The actual area has been decorated somewhat. That you notice as you're walking around and up towards Ashton Keep that there are designs of owls within owls all crisscrossing each other, going around as if someone has designed some sort of ward. There are also mosaics of horned silhouettes assailing the walls of Ostwick and failing miserably. In this area as well, you notice that the local hussars of the city watch have been replaced by Astrum Guard, who are all bearing silvered, bright and polished armour with winged helmets and far too much shine than they require. In fact, the spears they carry are more like lances, which they're going to drop at the second they need to get into a fight. However, the blue half cloaks that cover their left side does actually hide a rather high quality blade, possibly castle forged, maybe even better. As you get to the foot or the southern part of the keep, the only known entrance, there is this cleft cut out of the base of the fortress, which leads up to the gates. The gates themselves are resplendent with brass-gilded, gigantic door panels, which have been decorated and kept that way for eons. They're actually big enough for Lord knows what, anything from siege equipment to even dragging a dragon through there, whatever your imagination can bring you. But they're way too big for just simply people walking through. Seems to be the inheritance of the Tevinton Empire. Within the gates, you have even furthermore polished stone floors which lead to the keep itself. Wow. Banners of different colours and such are hung around the actual keep. And again, the doors to the keep are equally resplendent, led into the actual atrium. You're followed at a respectful distance by different guards from the Astrum Guard. And when you finally arrive in the atrium, you're met by Lady Esme, who is having a bit of a heated argument with another person, who you can only assume is the Seneschal or Herald. "I'm telling you," she says, "I'm telling you I am waiting for them, and I am waiting inside because it is cold outside." "That's very, very practical thinking," says the other person. "But it's not proper. You must wait outside till you are complete." Lady Esme turns around as the doors close behind you, smiling quite wickedly. You've not seen her smile before. It's terrifying. She turns back to the Herald. "We are complete. They're here, you snot-nosed little toad. Ooh. Now go away and do something useful. I heard a toilet being clogged somewhere." The Herald goes completely red, turns to see you all, turns back.
Valeth just kind of, holds up her dress and goes, "Monsieur?"
Turns around and storms off. The atrium itself is actually more grey than white inside. Whether it's worn down or not, you're not sure. But the marble effect is still there. In fact, the major amount of decoration that's in the atrium is enormous. You have regimental banners from either regiments that guarded or tried to take down Ostwick, right through to mosaics, portraits of people you've never seen before, weapons which are far too high to take off the walls, chandeliers made from luminous glass taken from different parts of the world, and there's a rather large looking dragon skull that flanks the entrance to the main hall.
Awesome. I poke Gaffy and point to it. The dragon skull, that is.
That's cool. I offer you my hand to, walk inside.
I take it and I sort of do it in a... It looks like I'm making fun of the etiquette, but I'm doing it on the real way that you're supposed to be doing it.
Subtly.
But in a funny way, like putting my nose as high as I can to the sky or something. I don't know.
Quran offers his arm to Vala.
Yes, she, as gracefully as she can, accepts.
You trip on your dress.
Trip on your dress? Trip
Possibly.
on your dress?
You can roll for it.
Is this the first time you're wearing heels?
Probably.
Okay, would you mind rolling dexterity, please?
Thanks.
Just her.
No,
Just
but Kieran will also make
Okay,
sure
10,
that he helps them.
It's one of those things like, alright guys,
12.
follow my lead, okay? We have to play the role.
Alright. 12.
Right down the stairs.
I think in dexterity.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. You don't fall over. That's the good news. The bad news is everyone who watches you are like, she's never worn heels before. You can tell.
And she can feel it, so she's kind of like...
I rolled a 11. It depends on what you want me to use, but Kieran is basically going to put every effort into making her look as good as possible going in there.
At 11, I'll allow you to do it, but
no, but that's just on the dice.
Okay.
So if I use communication, then we're talking a 17.
I don't think that's anything to do with communication.
Probably dexterity.
Dexterity,
Yeah.
then it is a 16.
Drink. I think that's perfectly allowable. However, it's going to come at a cost because usually when you're assisting someone, there's a limit on how much you can. I'll let you have the full load, but your hand's going to be on the button. Because that, as I understand it correctly with high heels, is where it's at.
Yeah, he will do it very subtly so that only she will notice, and then he's like, I'm terribly sorry about this. But you'll thank me later.
When you,
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
yeah. When you take a look to your right, by the way, you see Keth looking through the arrow slit in the wall.
Someone needs to draw that.
He's making it very clear that he's not making a pass at you.
Yeah. That's good. She probably goes like, to begin with, and like, oh yeah, okay, sure. I'm
Just
cool.
follow my lead.
I'm cool.
DuPont's like, honestly, he never changes.
So DuPont is going to this party
No,
as well?
he's not allowed to come in. He just delivered you.
He's
He's
guided
waiting
us.
on the outside looking in.
He's gonna wait with the other horses in the stable.
Bless.
It probably has like a drinking club, you know, with all of the other valets and stuff
Yeah.
that can't go in.
You're led to the ballroom, down corridors which serve more as galleries of glass cabinets, filled with trinkets and portraits of unknown people, than a corridor. Tapestries and weapons decorate the walls, and every few meters there is a standing Astrum guardsman, unmoving and almost unliving. The great hall, as you enter it, is at the centre of the keep, and there's a strange shape of a rough circle. As you enter it, the space overwhelms you. You didn't realise that so much empty space could be contained within a building. It's a rough circle circumferenced by a balcony gilded in silver bands. Stairs link the two elevations, while tables of food are set around the edge, with a fountain of what looks like red wine within the centre. There are fish heads all coughing up the wine.
Where's Leclerc when you need her?
Oh, she's actually drowning herself in it right now.
Who needs Leclerc when you got me? Not as much fun, granted.
Don't tell Kim.
No, don't tell Kim.
Leclerc
Oh.
would have loved this so much.
Yes.
Hey Kim, how's your French accent?
Mhm.
I'll get back into you about that. The ceiling above you is one gigantic dome.
With echo.
I felt really bad actually because I just noticed I've misspelt it as done. The second I said, I'm going to go ahead and get away with it, dome, and some of the dog barks, it's like the wrath of God. There's a huge picture or a mosaic or a painting of sorts around the dome itself, a fading image of many dragons staring towards what seems to be a sun at the centre. The whole different coloured dragons all going around seems to just pang. The style pangs of Tevinter. You've probably seen it before while passing through Kirkwall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have historical lore and
Yeah, roll it.
cultural lore, so
Roll it.
whichever. So that's
They don't occur until I looked at the thing.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Hey DuPont, can I take that hat off your head? It'll be very painful.
Yeah, oh, and also I'm a lore, so it's that 16 plus I'm a lore master.
You're a lore master.
Yeah.
And your Tinder profile. Go for it.
That's your pronoun.
Wow, that would be an amazing pronoun.
Lore master.
Lore Master. Lore Master Bella.
It sounds like my hip hop name.
Stage name.
Nice. You got 15 or 16?
16, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, this is essentially a mosaic dating back to the original years of Ostwick being a focal point against the barbarians of the south. It actually shows its canonical worship of the dragons.
Right.
It's gives you a bit of a cold sensation down the back of your neck that such a thing could still survive.
So old.
It is.
Yeah. She'll be like, is anyone interested about hearing something about dragon worship, or should I just keep it to myself?
I am
You should, when you talk to people who, small talk, to get to know people, that's smart.
Great thing about small talk is all you need to be is a small person. Ka-ding! Sorry. As you come down these great stone steps, you hear a big booming voice to your right. Presenting the House of Trevelyan, Lady Trevelyan, Lord Kieran Trevelyan, Lady Valeth Trevelyan, Lady Firil Trevelyan, and Lord Master.
Lord Master.
There's this pause. Master Trevelyan.
You can call me Gaffy.
And also, Valid did not scream out Valid.
You totally should
Someone
have.
is never
Yeah.
getting work again.
He's like looking at Gakfar and he's like, yeah, I'm whatever. Like, no.
He's an elf anyway.
Lord Master,
That doesn't show.
It doesn't show that now.
No, that's true.
It only shows when he's asked to do like balancing tricks, and he turns into freaking Legolas.
Yeah.
What's that? Falling debris? I could jump off that.
Use a shield as a skateboard? Sure.
By the way, if you haven't seen it on Netflix, watch Ice Fantasy for shits and giggles. Be drunk. Anyway.
They surf on their shields.
They surf on the shirt.
Cool.
Oh,
Shirts.
Shields.
Okay.
Now, as you enter the ballroom, you notice it's populated with dozens of servants. Almost 100 people are here. Lords and ladies, masters and mistresses, concubines and worse. There are people left and right that you don't recognise. And they're all talking behind masks.
Are we wearing masks?
No.
But they took measurements. So we never got them?
As you get to the bottom of the steps, Vaff indeed, my friend. As you get to the bottom of the steps, DuPont is waiting for you. He has a box. And
But.
that was an STFU moment. Do you want to play?
Come here, Dan. Come on. Come on.
We're taking this commercial break so we can play a little bit with the dog. So maybe we should take a bathroom break before we continue?
Yeah.
Since we're being interrupted anyway.
Yes, we're going to
We
do that.
have dog.
But how do we feel about allowing the dog to play some? Should we let the dog play as a Mabari Warhound?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does the Mabari
Barks
I
Warhound?
thought you were gonna say like an old countess or something.
No.
A senile battle master.
Puppy.
He could be like Winston from The Mummy.
Right. We're going to take a quick bathroom break, and then we're going to get stuck in, because then we actually do stuff that I've written down.
Yeah. And also, Wienro says, peeking cat is my favorite not really canon thing.
Right? Let's make it a thing.
Yeah.
Seriously.
This made him more angry.
Because you can see us
I
on
know.
the
He
screen.
can
I
see
think-
himself. He
it's-
he thinks it's another dog, but it's just him.
Clone dog! I do think that Keth at the window needs to be a hashtag. That would be amazing. Especially considering it's cold and snowing outside.
Oh,
It's even more like, can I come in and get some food, please? Wearing plate mail is really hard. Oh my god, there's some, oh my god. No, look though.
Jaffa cakes.
Yeah, but Jaffa cakes. I'll get to them.
He's talking to you.
Full moon. Half moon.
No, that's new moon.
New moon.
New moon.
Moon.
Moon. Yes, that's actually a pet in World of Warcraft. Moon.
So apparently, Dragon Age 4 is been approved. It's on its way.
Confirmed.
But there's no confirmation that it's going to be set into Winter. It may well be another thing entirely.
Yep.
Now, what they've said is the live element they've been discussing is nothing to do with it being a Elder Scrolls Online bullshit. Apparently, live means that it's going to be a continuable storyline. Now, what that means, I have no idea.
What continual storyline?
The live element of the next Dragon Age game.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is going to be either, but it's in writing, so that's exciting.
Yes, they're making Dragon Age stuff.
Yes.
Yes. Also, Hard in Hightown is now a book,
Yes.
and
this
its
is true.
author on Amazon is officially Varric Tethra.
Yeah.
Nice.
I need this book in my life though.
Everyone needs this book in their life.
Because when I do my Valeth cosplay, I need to have that book as a prop.
They will probably sell chapters. Leon Rose says. Are we done with the pee break?
Yeah, for my
Does
sake.
anyone need to urinate?
Nope.
No.
No?
No.
Does anyone need to bash?
Well, you could sing your pee-pee break song.
Yeah, that's true.
They're never letting go of that one. No.
So apparently, Anita was training us all on how to do podcasts. Now, like, just basically taking out all the crap, okay? One of the things she nearly didn't take out was apparently me in the background doing a pee-pee song.
Yeah, but that was really funny though. It was so funny when you did it.
What?
You did it again.
Jesus. We never talk about the pee-pee song, okay? Okay.
That's gonna be the theme song of the podcast.
It could legitimately be the theme song if we ever do like a Q&A video thing.
But seriously, I will have to release it as an audio clip at some point.
Yep.
You realize?
We needed a sound effect.
Yes. We'll just play it every time we have a pee break.
Right. I think that is a very, very good idea. Should we continue with the...
Yes.
Please, yes! Oh my god!
You make one mistake.
Sticks forever.
Yep.
Sticks like glue.
Was that because you forgot to turn off your mic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was like that scene in, if anyone's old enough to remember, Naked Gun 33 and a third with Leslie Nielsen. Where he's at the court hearing and he goes to the toilet without taking his mic off.
Oh,
So
yeah.
everyone's trying to continue the court hearing and all you can hear is, "Oh, woo!" It goes on forever.
I guess many actors have done the same thing. And I think it's worse if you're a girl actor to do that than if you're a guy.
Yeah, because sometimes it's surprise number 2.
Yeah.
It's worse, but it's also potentially funnier.
Yeah, of course.
I have this very, very, very huge fear of, like, if I go to a public bathroom and I have my coat on and my cell phone is in my pocket, I'm so scared that Facebook will suddenly press something and video call someone. I'm so scared of that. It has never happened, but I'm like shit scared of that happening every time I go to a public bathroom.
When you get over 30, you start worrying about that and you start thinking, wouldn't it be funny if I pocket called someone while I was in the toilet?
No, I'm just afraid that I'll lose my phone in the toilet whenever I have a jacket on.
Water resistant Sony.
Live stream on your
Still.
Facebook page.
Yeah.
That's why.
Who's this? Rick? Is that you? Rick? Oh god, no, Rick, you pocket called Rick.
Not that again.
What did you eat?
scream on a live streaming, and just the sudden sound effects of things happening, and then like.
Oh, yes. We're all disgusting here.
All right, shall we move on?
Don't you love the ones that make you sweat? Oh my word! You'd be that guy at the end of it, and then
This is
you
not
hear
making it
someone.
into the podcast.
What's that sound? Is someone crying? Oh my phone! Oh my god!
All right, are we ready?
I've been ready all the time.
Yes.
Let's go.
So you get onto the dance floor. There are people everywhere. You don't recognise any of them.
No, because they have masks on.
I asked Feral if she wants to
Oh,
dance.
weren't we supposed to be given?
Yes.
Yes.
DuPont was there with a box.
Yes.
He lifts the lid, and inside are enough masks for all of you. He actually hands a blue and gold trimmed one to you. Sorry, silver trimmed one to you, which matches your face perfectly.
Sort of.
Sure.
Bandit mask, yes.
Spañado superhero. My word.
No. Can I just have like a half mask, like Phantom of the Opera?
You can snap it.
But it won't stick then.
No.
No.
Didn't think of that, did you?
You're going to have to be that idiots that hold your mask on for the rest of the night.
I'm super mysterious. And for you two, you both get similar but slightly different green masks with silver trims. There was a dog licking my toe. Oh, gross. Get the
You should do like I do, put your feet in the chair.
If I do that, then I'll probably fart. Because
Please don't.
Experience.
All right, moving on. We have masks, green and silver, good.
oh my, for the love of Igor.
The dog farted.
Yeah, he did. And yeah, sure, I blame it on the dog. You now have masks, and you now have access to the entire ballroom.
I asked Feral, do you want to dance?
Always. And I do that, and as we dance, I will also try to scope the room to see if I can see anything familiar.
Cool. Roll perception.
Do I have to roll any dexterity for dancing?
Well, to be fair, at this point, yes, you would actually. I want to see how good you do. But also, if anyone wants to have a little scope of the room,
I think Valeth, being on high heels like she is, with Kieran trying to help her out, suggests, should we get something to drink and then just stand by a column or something?
I'm already on it.
Good, great. Good plan.
What is dancing? Acrobatics or?
yes.
Okay.
Iran probably positions you
19.
near a table.
I'm dancing.
And
You invented a new part.
in
Yeah.
some seating
I have
and goes off to get
16.
drinks.
Oh, we're pretty good dancers then.
Wait, what did you get?
16.
She's leading.
Yep.
But despite this, both of you actually cut a rug on the dance floor. There is actually a band playing, by the way. This isn't like, listen to the music in your ears. This is actually, there's proper music being played. And you outshine everyone to the point that people are stopping dancing and looking at you. You're probably using your combat experience as well in this to add to the violent flourish as you're both flipping around. And, you can hear also some of the older clientele going, oh, look at her. She's dancing with the little boy.
The same right.
Yeah.
Sorry. My
But you
fault.
also hear some racialist nonsense like, how on earth did that elf get in?
Aww.
How did they
I don't
know?
mind.
Ears.
Valeth is
Oh,
just
Valeth, yeah.
Valeth is
And
just
me.
sitting there looking
Feral.
at you guys and thinking,
Feral.
man, I wish I could dance like that.
But perception. See?
Yes.
15. 18.
18?
Yeah.
Cool. At the northernmost part of this entire ballroom, which is gigantic, by the way, you see an old man sitting in a chair and a woman standing next to him whispering into his ear and then stroking his head. You can only assume that they are the head, which would make them Turn Maldwin and his wife, Lady Maldwin. otherwise known as the rulers of Ostwick.
So she's much younger than him then.
About at least around 8 years.
Yeah.
The age difference is even visible from this distance. Also around you, you notice that there are some key figures that are wearing costumes and such which are more resplendent and have certain uniformity about them which depicts certain households, possibly one of the 5. You do know that there are 5 higher houses in Ostwick.
Mm-hmm.
Who else rolled?
I didn't roll anything. I'm just, you know,
Perception. Just
Oh,
looking.
yes.
I should probably do that too.
Concentrating on dancing.
But you're doing pretty well.
That's why I'm doing it well. Because I don't do 2 things.
16.
I can do a hearing. That would make it 18.
Mm.
I do a C, which is 16.
Cool. I'll get back to you in a sec, Anita. You notice the 2 shiniest people here are the ones wearing plate mail. One of them is the captain of the city guard, a person you know probably far too well, because you've had to negotiate your release from his prisons. He's also the chap that sent you to Angwin's depths on the last one, so...
Great.
Yeah, that's Lloyd Maddox, who is looking a bit more drunk than usual, which is rather odd and delightful to see. The person he's talking to, however, you're not too familiar
Is he
with.
here as a guest?
Yes,
What was his name?
Lloyd Maddox, or the captain of the watch. He's talking to the captain of the guard, the military general in charge of Ostwick's military forces. Someone of House Vaughan. And they are both standing out of the way of the party as much as possible, talking to each other. She's not got a glass, but he has. And it looks like he's not his first. You over here, by the way, Valeth. Yes. You over here, someone accusing someone else of deliberately spilling their drink. And it sounds like they're heading towards a duel. Although you can't see them in the crowd, you definitely know the direction.
Well, I hear the direction which it's coming from.
Yes.
Okay. All right. How far away from me does it sound like
It must
is?
be more than a couple of meters.
Okay.
The press of people is in the way.
Right. So she'll kind of just try to inch closer just to see how dire it seems like it is and who the people involved are.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to roll another perception for that, or?
Yeah, sure.
6, 12. So 12.
12?
Yeah.
How dire is it? Well, it's difficult to say. You can tell both of them are quite drunk.
Right.
Slurring speech and such, but it sounds largely like there is a young lady who is basically being accused of knocking a drink out of someone's hand. And the other gentleman is not taking it very lightly. Kind of,
Right.
who the hell do you think you are? I am the master swordsman of all of Ostwick. I will have your head for this. She's just laughing and saying, "Oh, please go on."
Right. Has Kieran given me a drink already, or
He's
was
probably just arrived
right?
with the drink.
Yeah. So I take the glass from Kieran really quickly, and then I kind of like just as carefully like interpose myself between them and go like, I can see that you're short of a drink. Here, have this one.
Who'd you give it to, the male or the female?
The guy who lost his drink.
Ah, nice. Roll for persuasion, I believe, was the correct one. Communications.
Yeah. So that is
Nice
10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19.
19, huh? Nice. You just appearing out of nowhere?
Yeah, with a smile on my
With
face.
a smile on your face.
Kieran follows you.
As you just emerge out of nowhere and hand the guy this drink, this rather red, rosy-cheeked, middle-aged, moderately pretty, lordly something looks down at you with this mask, what looks like a bird-type affair. And behind made-up, blackened eye sockets with these rather bloodshot eyes, looks at you with complete and total astonishment before taking the drink out of your hand, looking at you again as if he's seen an angel. I Ah. What was I doing? I don't.
I believe you were about to take a drink.
Yes.
My name is Lady Valeth of House Trevelyan. How do you do?
I'm everything, I think. He takes your hand and basically plants a very stumbly kiss on it before.
She kind of hides her like.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he notices and looks a bit red in the face. I apologise, my lady. I am not of my sorts. I'm going to find something a bit more pale to drink instead. Please forgive my rudeness.
There is nothing to forgive, but I didn't catch your name.
I didn't give it. He turns away and basically stumbles off, like falling into people.
Oh my.
Well, at least there wasn't any bloodshed, so that's good.
Shame there wasn't any bloodshed. I could have run him through and no one would have given a shit. Was the voice behind you? As you turn around, there's a young lady there wearing a dark dress of grey and silvered colours. She looks more like a pirate trying to make her best efforts than anything else. Dark-haired, rather gaunt almost in her facial features, with very dark eyes that seem to glitter. She looks at you with, like she's judging you or something, trying to figure you out.
Valeth just drops the whole lady facade and says, "So you're a bit of a troublemaker, aren't you?"
Troublemaker, and you're the opposite, it seems. Very droll, very boring. Tell me, you a bit of a fighter yourself?
I don't fight, I dabble in other things.
Dabble's right. Look like stance you hold with those high heels. I would actually say that you're not used to these types of affair. I'd also go so far as to say that the way you're holding your drink there would indicate to me that you're actually used to holding a staff. Let me guess. You're either a farmer or a mage, and your hands don't look like the working kind, honey.
You're very perceptive.
Oh,
Good
I'm
on
very
you.
much of all things.
But unfortunately, the library's not open, so you can take your reading elsewhere.
Oh, hello. This is where obviously Kieran turns up.
Yeah.
Hello, Kieran. I remember you when you were yay high and wetting your bed.
Sassy.
Tell me something. Have you stopped crying to your teddy bear?
Oh, hello, sis.
This isn't your sister.
Okay.
I can see why you would think that because she
Ah.
looks like it, but it's not your sister.
Okay.
I
I was thinking Isabella.
Yeah,
You actually don't recognise this person, but the trappings she's wearing mark her as very wealthy. Try and figure it out. Roll for a what would that be now? Cultural history,
Heraldry?
Heraldry.
I'll
please,
do
I
the
think, yeah.
same thing. I don't have
Heraldry.
heraldry.
Heraldry,
No.
really? What is this? Game of Thrones?
15?
15? Sure.
No, I don't have heraldry specifically, but
How would you figure out who a person is?
well, probably cultural lore
Yeah?
or well, yeah, probably cultural lore.
Give it a go. It's not going to be easy, but give it a go.
We'll
But
try.
I'm not there.
No.
No?
I have no idea who she is.
Yes. I'll give you a clue, see if you can
Yeah.
figure it out. She is wearing the logo, or rather the owl symbol of the House Maldwin. Maldwin, as far as you're aware, only has one sibling, and well, she's been gone for years.
And what was her name?
Rika.
Arvika?
Sorry, Rika.
Rika.
Rika Maldwin. So named because she was the daughter of the previous wife of Lord Maldwin,
That one.
whose mother tried to murder her husband and got replaced by the concubine, the current Lady Maldwin. She, of course, decided to exile herself and has been away ever since, until today, it seems. Rumour is she's been spending her time in the criminal underworld or in the pirate's bosom. Also, if you recall correctly, back in the good old days, you used to play in the gardens of Astrum Keep with her as a child. She was a mean bitch.
Still fierce as ever, aren't you, Rika?
Oh, you remember me? Heavens. Hope for you yet. Friend of yours?
Yes.
I didn't realise you elevated slaves to higher stations. I like it. She does look quite like she deserves
She
the
is
level.
not a slave.
Of course. None of them are slaves. It's very bad droll talk. Sorry, I've been in a...
Very droll for someone who seeks excitement.
Yes, it is true. I do find boredom quite the devil. But I'm here now, and I'm going to make the best of it. She clinks a glass against yours quite aggressively. Chin Chin, I'll leave you to your, well, whatever this is. Try to remember her name this time, She turns around and walks off into the crowd.
Well, she's a handful.
Yeah.
Who is it?
What was the
Rika Maldwin.
Rika Maldwin.
Drink.
So she... Yes. Well, actually, so Maldwin. So that means she's the daughter of Sir Maldwin?
Yep.
Oh dear.
You're familiar.
I've heard stories, yes.
Everything you've heard is completely true.
Boom! 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 Game reference.
Yes.
I am not sorry. I've been waiting to sneak that in. And I got to do it with Trevelyan.
Yes. Booyah.
She
Meanwhile-
is more than a handful.
Meanwhile, you two are still dancing.
I don't fatigue from dancing.
Battle, I fatigue from, but not dancing.
Do you want a drink, maybe?
Because he's a big boy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You can have the virgin ones. You don't have to drink, the ones that make you tingly.
Probably shouldn't.
Drinks that make you go tingly. I'm gonna ask that next time I'm at a pub. Hey, have you got any cocktails that make me go tingly?
Fuck up.
Drink. You hear a voice, by the way.
Yeah.
Presenting Lord Sorrel Reese, and accompanying him, Lady Lydia Reese and Lady Miriam Reese.
Shit.
What?
Coming down the stairs is...
Okay,
Rather-
I drop whatever I'm doing, but not very obviously, and I'm gonna look for that gem.
the jam?
Gem.
The gem.
Oh, the gem, of course.
I'm not gonna look for gem. Oh my god.
Right.
I'm here to find a jam.
She's a toy. Yeah, coming down the steps is a rather handsome, dashing young fellow with two ladies in either arm. Quite protectively, you might say, as well. He looks like he's in his late 20s, malleable face. But there's the two women around him. One of them is late 20s, blonde with blue eyes, fierce, cold blue eyes, and the other one is a rather dainty, quite shy-looking thing with black hair and darker eyes, much like her brother. Valeth does.
Valeth just quickly leans into Kieran and whispers, "We recently had a run-in with them. It did not end well, and let's just not get involved. Let's keep our distance."
So noted.
I'm gonna just take Gaffy, and we're just gonna dance our way towards them.
Yeah.
Just so I can sneak a peek to see if they have anything that resembles what could be the family jewel that Shank's looking for. No, Shiv is looking for.
Yeah.
That's her name.
Yep.
Shiv.
Yep.
I think that her brother should have been called Shank.
But that's my code name. So.
It is. Yes. Shank, Law, and whatever Ness's was. I think it was Ness.
I think it was
Yeah, it
just
was
that.
Ness, we need to come up with a code name. Ness.
I don't give a fuck.
But what if they'll be able to figure out who you are?
Bitch, please.
Bad for them. Roll perception.
Perception. Yup. Oh no. It's 9.
It's a 9.
No, 9 plus.
Really?
Yeah, 14.
I was gonna
Together.
I almost said you don't see shit. You don't see shit.
Yeah.
You don't see the thing you're looking for.
No.
I'm more
But at
like,
least I tried.
yeah, I'm more like, ooh, where are we going now?
However, as you are looking at him, you notice he's looking straight back at you.
But they have never seen us, so.
No, but he's noticed you looking at him. And how he's...
Alright, then I just like pretend to be blushing and I just like.
Yeah, get beside.
You know, being like a girly girl, awkward.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll what's it called? Performance? No. What has he got on his back?
It's a toy.
Is he aware that it's on its back?
Probably not.
It's not. Is it maybe cunning? No.
What? You have found my kit.
Communication, deception, persuasion, seduction. I don't know.
Sure, let's do seduction.
I don't
It's
have.
been too long since you last
but
seduction.
I don't have seduction. I have persuasion.
Could be argued it's the same thing, to be fair. Sure, go with persuasion.
Yeah. Alright, so. Fuck. 10, 15,
That's a
16,
good
17,
argument.
18.
18?
Yeah.
Oh, itchy beard is itchy. 18?
Yeah.
Drink.
Yep.
Seriously? Are you that dense? I helped. Cool. As you're looking at him, you do your...
Yep.
When you look back, he's no longer interested in you.
Awesome.
Just as if you planned it. Cool. The music on the dance floor changes as they move into another set. This time it's more faster. It's faster.
You could even say it was faster.
I could even say that, but I won't.
Oh, stop.
My word. Why did you do that?
It's one of those Vargas paintings, like the pin-up ones. Like, whoops, I stepped.
Yeah. I just have to, give him food so he'll shut up.
That's almost what I have to do with Ray sometimes.
It was either I was going to say that about Ingrid, or she was going to say it about me.
It's
I like
true.
a quiet life, so I'll take that hit.
Yeah.
It's also true.
No. You like a quiet life, so you give me food back.
I'm just gonna
You
persuade
feed each
him
other.
to
Isn't that what
Yes.
marriage is all about?
Yes.
Yeah, so what's going on the dance floor?
Anyway.
Anyway.
You're going
There's
on the
none on
dance
the
floor.
dance floor.
You better keep the groove.
DJ.
Okay.
Everyone knows that song apparently.
Yeah, but do you remember who sang it?
Yeah.
So
Sophie Ellis Bextor.
Blah 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 blah. Okay. Sorry, that was my reaction of shock.
Alright, just continue.
I'm
just
trying!
gonna stand here and I'm in the game. I just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Entertaining the dog.
Yep.
Yes. She's on dog duty.
Bark Swan duty.
As you're watching Sorrel, by the way, he moves into the crowd and heads straight towards Rika.
Good thing that we moved away from
yeah.
her.
Mm.
She moved away from you.
Yeah. Potato, potato.
Potato, tomato.
Tomato suspension bridge.
I'm sorry, I'm going to use that one. Oh, dear me. Tomato quantum physics. No, suspension bridge is better. I think I like that.
Rip off.
Right.
Go ahead.
I believe you haven't done much yet, so...
No, I
No?
will just dance.
Yep.
You found yourself dancing next to... Yes. You feel a slight touch on your shoulder, and as you turn around, Lady Maldwin is standing there.
Okay, I bow.
Very, very nice. She's auburn of hair, with a rather made up skin. Her eyes are hazel, and while she's not a conventional beauty, she possesses a steel gaze that would have silenced the most zealot of Templars. And she has softened her gaze for you because, as far as she's concerned, you're just a little child. But she offers you a hand.
I take it.
Cool. And basically, she starts dancing. Although you almost feel the need to put your feet on her shoes just to keep up with her because she's quite tall. And as you move around, people give you some girth, like space. I believe that's what girth means, right?
Birth.
What?
A wide berth.
Girth
A
is,
wide
you know,
girth.
your circumference.
Not a wide girth?
No, wide birth.
No, wide berth.
That's good. Anyway, right. You still start dancing and you get some space. Girth. So, I do believe you are the youngest member of quite a rowdy bunch. How's that working out for you?
It's fun.
Is it? So, my informants tell me quite a lot about you. And I believe most of it is, well, total twaddle. But I am curious. You were trained by a Tevinton organization in the arts of combat magic. True?
Wow. Dude.
Ah, you see, you've already answered. That's the trick with the great game, you see. Any type of ambivalence is an answer unto itself.
Can Farrell break into this?
Well, how to
Should you?
do it?
Should you?
He's dancing
You
with
can-
Lady Malvin. I don't think there's much you can do without causing great offense.
I know, but
You can't do
You
much.
left him alone.
Yeah.
Meta, meta.
yeah, but I was there because we were dancing, and then
Yeah, she intervened.
Can-
intervened.
Can I roll
So
a perception?
I am there.
Can I roll
you're
a
there.
perception
Yeah.
to see if Kiran notices that Farrell is a little bit
About to cause
Antsy?
and
yeah, sure, roll for it.
Can I just be worried then? Because I don't know
No,
what they're
you're
talking
not allowed
about.
to do shit. Yeah, you're allowed to do it.
Because I,
I mean-
know the game.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because you know, Gakfor has like one
17.
communication.
Yeah.
He's like an open book.
She's been outmaneuvered.
Yeah. In that case, Kiran says, I think Farrell is in need of some assistance. And heads over.
That's fine. Valeth will just, stand and nurse her drink because she is no help at all on the dance floor. It would be murder on the dance floor if she
Kiran
was
just
there.
kind of swoops in beside you and is like, let's dance.
So you're within earshot, but to intervene or to interrupt would be a grave offence. So, you see, my sweetest of childs, what?
Can I try to make eye contact with Gaffar?
Sure.
Like,
How would you do it exactly? Morse code with your eyes?
yeah. Just like,
Dude, I'm kidding.
Kiran will try to maneuver the two of them as close as possible, at least within hearing distance. And then drop. So, I was surprised to see Rika here.
Okay, cool.
Or Rika. Is it Rika?
It's Rika.
Rika.
Rika, who's that?
As they get close, and you see that Farrell is making like evil eyes at you.
Exactly.
And
I
Vera is
just-
speaking
yeah, I'm stopping.
very loudly to the point of interrupting what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
No, not loudly, just loud enough for her to
Yeah.
snap it
I'm
up.
like really nervous right now.
Yeah, poor thing. Lady Maldwin essentially just sighs a bit. This is the reason why I wanted to speak to you of all people. See, the others, they're far too old now, and, well, there's 1,001 agendas and 1,001 concerns, but for you, it's a simple matter of yes or no. For example, can I trust you?
Yes.
Excellent. Then you can gather your friends. If you trust them, I trust you. And meet me upon the balcony at the back when you're ready. And please do tell your friend Kiran there that he needs to do something with his hair. Thank you. She respectfully backs off and then bows.
Yeah, I bow back. Lower than her.
You hear like the murmur of people talking around you about this child that danced with the lady Maldwin. And then she gathers herself up and walks back to where she was sitting.
Yeah. I'm like stiffly turning towards Farrell and like almost falling into her arm and like, oh my god, that was scary.
There is actually a number of young ladies who are currently eyeing you up for their next dance.
You need a drink.
This is what Cullen felt like.
Yep.
Want to take some fresh air?
Yeah, let's go up to the balcony.
Which balcony?
The one you pointed out.
Sounds
The
good.
one I'm pointing the way she found to meet with lady.
Why?
She wanted to talk
Why?
with us. I
Why?
don't know.
Right.
I
We should
believe
probably
yeah,
bring Violet.
I believe sensitive matters. She asked me if I could be trusted, and so
You're probably the one that's easiest to manipulate. You know that, right?
no, not. I go like sour face and turn away.
Such a teenager. Oh my god. Such a teenager. He's gotten into those years. No.
You've been there.
So we pick up Violet.
She's just standing there nursing a glass of wine, like feeling
I
really
go,
uncomfortable.
I go over and pick up Valeth and like,
Yeah.
will you join me?
Gladly, just keep me steady.
Are you that drunk?
No, it's the heels.
Okay. I go like this and around your waist.
All right.
Aww.
Seriously though, we need to take
My
pictures.
butt is probably being touched a lot.
No, waist.
Yes.
I will never touch your butt
Okay, good.
unless I fall on it.
Is this what it means to be wasted? Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Is it though? Cool. As you make your way through the crowd, you notice Lady Esme Trevelyan is talking to another old woman. She actually looks happy. Again, it's terrifying. Rising up on the...
But as we pass Esme, I think Valeth will give her like a look like something's up kind of thing. Just
Cool. She gives you a very slow, undeliberate nod before you continue. All four of you going?
yeah.
Yep.
You go up the stairs at the northernmost part of the ballroom, rising up in front of the tall stone chair, which is heavily padded, with an old man on it who's very grey of hair. The trappings he's wearing, including a crown of silver wings, a brooch of bright emerald green, and a chain link around his neck. They all seem to be weighing him down heavily. He doesn't seem to have much meat on his bones. And he's also drooling and staring into the distance. This is Lord Maldwin.
Yeah.
Standing next to him and stroking his hair lovingly is the lady who you danced with. She sees you come up and smiles, almost warmly.
Yeah, Valeth, curtsies. My lord, my lady.
I bow.
I sort of do the same thing a little bit.
Karan
Half-assed.
surprisingly does like an excellent, perfect bow. Like, yeah, he's not gonna mess around with this one.
She gestures towards a rather ornate-looking, well-carved stone bench, which is sitting parallel to her.
Yeah. Valeth will sit down as fast as possible,
Mm-hmm.
just because shoes.
I'm gonna do what my dog does when he doesn't want to sit on things. He pretends to be sitting on it, like half
Never touching
standing,
the
half
seat.
sitting. Yeah.
You learn from your dog.
Yep.
Mabari.
Mabaris are clever.
Yeah,
Here
so I'm
I come.
basically taking a squat, like
Ain't that what you do when you pee?
squat.
In the wild, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What does Kieran do?
Kieran probably just politely stands behind them if the bench isn't wide enough for all of them.
It isn't.
No,
So
then he
you're
just
standing.
stands behind the lady.
Yeah, I will allow all the ladies to sit first before I take a seat.
Hmm.
Oh, very polite.
I'm a
Highly
lord.
educated young man.
I am.
Yes.
As you're sitting there, the captain of the hussars, or the guard, comes up, and she's a woman in her middle 40s. She kind of gives you a she also almost reminds you of Leclerc, except she's not smiling, and she doesn't really give you the impression that she's ever smiled in her life. She's also greying around the temple bits here, where her military grade haircut has been carefully grooved. My lady, are they bothering you, or shall we disperse the guard for some privacy? The Lady Maldwin turns to her. Yes, Sylvie, would you mind dispersing the guard a bit? I wish to speak to them in total safety. As you wish, my lady. I shall give you what you require. She nods to the two guards that are standing facing towards you, and they walk away, giving you some
Safety?
privacy.
Privacy.
Same thing, isn't it?
I don't know.
Sylvie.
That depends.
Yeah, right. Sylvie, the hussar captain, turns around and goes back down the stairs again. You're left alone. The drilling man and his caretaker.
Right. So, my lady, I assume you had reasons for inviting us beyond just formal courtesy this evening. What are they?
I like big-eyed. Oh my god. She spoke first.
I'm too tired of pretending to sit, so I just stand up.
She's stroking the Lord's hair again, just thoughtfully. You know, I used to be his concubine.
Yes.
I was simply the entertainment in the bedroom, but I loved him all the same, and when I heard that his wife, the woman who I was jealous of 100-fold, had deigned to try and murder him, take everything, to betray him like that, of course I did exactly what was required of me, and saw that justice was brought swiftly.
Mm-hmm.
All actions have consequences.
Yes, they do. We know that all too well.
His first wife was called Tanya. She's not spoken very often, mostly because of decree. Her name is not allowed to be uttered within these walls, but I utter them tonight, so that it may aid you in the mission I am about to present to you. Aaron here was the smartest man I ever knew. He would read books backwards because he would tell me that he would be able to understand the meaning behind them if he broke down the meaning within them. It made absolutely no sense to me until we started to discuss certain literal works, and then I understood that because he would read it forward and backwards, he would understand it on a level I could not even conceive upon. Now look at him. Now he is requiring help when he soils himself in public.
It must be painful to see someone you love in such a state.
It is. Doubly so when you discover that it is not simply nature that has rendered him so.
I'm assuming his former wife's murder attempt left him this way.
Perchance. Have you ever heard of someone called the Blue Death?
That depends how I.
It's a good question. Anyone who thinks they may have heard of a criminal
Mm-hmm.
can roll for it.
Yeah.
What do I use?
History law.
15.
I don't have history law.
Or cultural.
18.
I just have research.
I only have heraldry. But I guess that doesn't mean anything.
13.
Well, actually,
Chin chin.
Chin chin.
complex.
Vienro says Eurasian anime books.
I'm sorry, what?
Or Legion anime books.
Totally needs them.
Yep.
The Blue Death is an assassin that's been well known in Orlais for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
He's known because he uses lyrium to poison his victims.
Mm-hmm. That's why the blue.
He's been active over the last decade, and despite the fact that he's reportedly been hung several times, he's never stopped. If it is a he, it could very well be a she. No one knows. But the way that this person gets by, apparently, is by finding clientele when they need him or her, ensuring a safe arrangement.
Right. Well, so I tell her that yes, I have heard of this character.
And this is, of course, why they refer to you as Law, if I understand it correctly. Yes, I'm sorry
Where do you get your information? It's very accurate.
Oh, it's only accurate when you acknowledge that it's accurate.
Well, I don't think that playing games right now has any point to it.
Perhaps no. The game's never end, though, really. The reason I am telling you what I know is because I require your assistance. It's not a matter of the Blue Death. It's a matter of who would be left alive to hire the Blue Death to render my husband like this. If anything was to come out, I would be the main suspect. So you understand the predicament I find myself in.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my daughter, or my stepdaughter, has returned.
Yes, I'm not sure if I was fortunate or unfortunate, but I did run into her earlier this evening and stopped her from killing some poor drunken fool.
Did you know that the Reeses have had several deaths in their family recently?
I have heard rumors.
Mayhew's father himself, Norman, has run away. Norman, of all people. Apparently he is responsible for the murder of his brother, Gustav.
Really?
Gustav was Sorel's father. He was found with his neck broken in his stables recently.
Well, such is the world. It is a violent place.
It is indeed. However, I suspect some foul play. And I suspect you know more than you realise. My spies are amazing, but they're not completionists, unfortunately, so I don't know everything. I suspect House Reed is suffering, and its alliances with certain peoples are a threat to Ostwick. Unfortunately, I cannot get involved because of the rumours pertaining to my husband's ill health. If they were to be aggravated, I could quickly find myself under investigation for his poisoning, especially if people realised he wasn't senile, but rendered insane.
Yes, quite. It's a tricky situation, but I don't see where we fit in.
Oh, but you do fit in quite nicely. You're the wild card. You're the one no one will expect. And I've brought together all of the suspects that you need.
Tell me, why should we help you? Why should we get involved with the game at all?
Because the game is the welfare of this city, and as inquisitorial agents, that's all of the reason you need. If reward is what you require, then I can promise a queenly sum.
That will probably make someone happy.
I'm sure. Yo. These fingers ain't gonna blame themselves.
I just like, and I look at Kieran instead, like, yeah, that's the one.
That's what
Yes.
gesticulating looks
Well.
like, folks.
Seeing as I have very little experience with the game and politics in general, this isn't exactly a snap decision that I can make.
She looks around at the whole group. You don't need to make any decision at all.
I think the decision has already been made.
Probably.
Indeed, and if you may take some advice from an old woman, in my experience, if you don't know something, gather around you those who you trust, who know what you need,
Yes.
and burn out the ones you don't trust.
Indeed. That's something we should have done ages ago. That would have saved a lot of lives.
Well, as a wise man once said, mistakes are the best of teachers. Except if they get you killed.
Right. Just as a point of clarification, if we were to decline your kind offer, then what?
Well, anything which befell this city would eventually befall you. Whether it be guilt or death. I don't need to threaten you.
No, you don't. You really don't.
Yeah. What I do need to tell you is that you are already invested in this situation. You just don't know it yet. But by the end of the evening, you should understand quite well. Having a friend in a high place is going to keep you very much alive when you shouldn't be. Luck can't pertain you forever.
Oh no, we're very well aware of that.
But can we count on you if we do this?
Oh no, of course not. Counting on me would put me into a situation where I may actually get myself into trouble. However...
Would you swear fealty to the Inquisition then?
Swear fealty to the Inquisition? What speak is this? What? Kieran, what?
We're talking about the good of the realm here.
Good of the realm?
It's not just a game.
We are a city-state in the free marches. Do not speak to me of empires, girl. I've seen them rise and fall.
You probably have.
I think what
looks
my
of
friend
it.
means to say is that the Inquisition could have good use of any allies and any help that the person in your position might offer. Can I roll a persuasion?
You
roll?
may.
You're talking about the queenly sum too, so...
Well, of your requirement is no hard task.
No.
Oh dear.
Sorry, I didn't see what it was and then I flipped it.
It's okay.
I'm just gonna roll
I'm
it
not
again.
necessarily
Yeah,
talking
I saw
about
that.
wealth. I'm talking
That's
about,
okay.
you know, standing with the rich people of this town.
What do you get?
Favors.
20.
Reputation.
20. Nice. Ooh,
She's a tough nut.
she is a tough nugget.
Can I throw persuasion then?
Yes.
Thank you.
So mine didn't work.
No, this won't either. It's a 4 and 2 1s, so no. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No.
You make compelling, reasonable arguments. You both do. But as of now, the uncertainty of the situation, why should I render myself completely at the disposal of the Inquisition?
I'm not saying that you should do it all the time, but favor, so maybe some of the other nobles in this community will follow in your footsteps.
Or maybe they will revolt against me and I'll find myself with several knives in my back.
Can I roll an empathy?
Yeah, sure.
I want to see how desperate she really is. If I can tell in some way if this is actually emotional, personal, or if it's motivated otherwise. 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Probably nothing. Just
13?
yeah.
I'll give you one thing. She keeps moving her eyes away from you, over your shoulder, to the direction of Rika.
Right.
That's
She's
what I'll give you.
worried.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rika, is this your problem?
No, Rika is a wild card. Rika's return has made me realise that events are moving forward quicker than I can participate in.
Mm-hmm.
What concerns me is this rising alliance.
Between the Reese family and who?
I don't know. One of the Grain Lords, allegedly. Lovelace, perhaps. And one other faction.
So specifically, what is it that you want? What do we have to do? Because I sense that we're not walking away from this, no matter what we say. So let's play cards.
What I want you to do is to get back down into that party,
Mm-hmm.
be a part of it, investigate, sense a threat, prevent it.
Right.
Or if you can't prevent it, avenge it.
Do you fear for someone's life?
I fear for the lives of every person in this city.
Specifically tonight, this place, this party, do you fear for something, anything? Do you want me to roll a persuasion?
No.
No.
I'm just gonna say one thing though,
What?
before we move on too fast.
What?
The Erlesian anime books, that's because he reads the books backwards.
So that's a joke.
So that joke got lame fast. Me and Rose says, because we didn't laugh, but yeah, we get it now. And Lutra Gem is saying fantasy poro.
Yes.
And V and Rose is saying this lady ain't joking around, damn.
Nope, she ain't.
Serious as a heart attack.
Nope. Alright, moving on.
Mm-hmm. How old is this boy here?
He's 12.
12 years old.
I'm here.
I know you are, darling. I know you are. But the adults are speaking here.
Oh damn.
I stand up.
Yeah.
I walk away.
12, of course he is. I remember I remember when I was 12.
I bow before I leave. I just stand up, bow, and leave.
Impetuous youth. What can I say?
You can tell me why you have him included in your ranks, knowing full well the danger.
He's the son of a very treasured friend, and as his dying wish, I swore that I would look after and protect his son.
Farrell just rolls her eyes real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not like I'm going to lie about that. There's no need to lie. Ness is dead, and he's the son of a friend, so...
I think you already have established, my lady,
She probably
That-
knows already.
he's more than useful.
How many people do you think there are in Ostwick?
Millions.
Each one of them useful. And yet, I know the majority of them by their first name. And I know what they do. I know their hopes, their dreams. I know their nightmares. Do you know why I bother learning these potentially useless and trivial facts?
Well, I'm assuming that you see everyone as potential resources.
Yes, and also because it makes me a better leader. It means I know what's at stake. It means I'll never take for granted the hundreds I could lead to their deaths to save the thousands.
That is very responsible of you.
It is nightmarish.
That I also believe.
So don't misunderstand me when you ask me, who is it I'm trying to protect? There is no singular person. My stepdaughter is dead to me. She is a threat.
I'm not asking who you're trying to protect. I'm asking what you fear will happen and why you need us to help you right now.
There is a very tenuous balance right now in the city of Ostwick. Between myself and Lady Vaughan, she is well respected by the Hussars. She provides me with loyalty from the soldiers. She also helps me keep my husband alive. My husband's name has more weight than I'd like it to. I would love nothing more than to give him the rest he requires. Unfortunately, as a lady and as a woman, I am not very terribly well respected by some of the gentry.
No. I'm an elf. And a female. I understand.
Oh, you have me there, darling. You have me there. However, if any one pillar of my alliance that I've worked very hard to maintain falls to pieces, chaos shall reign, my enemies shall seize power, blood will fill the streets, and the echoes of it shall render or shall affect the entirety of the free peoples of the free marches, maybe even further. You know how long it has been since the last bloody atrocity.
Probably Valeth probably knows.
Yeah.
So she's just going to say, yes, in fact, I do. I could probably recite you the number of dead on each day of said happening.
But could you tell me their names?
No, because I'm not from Ostwick. I did not know any of these people, but I admire the fact that you try to know and understand all of your subjects.
Failed miserably, if I'm honest.
Well, who could remember millions? I mean, honestly.
No, I mean, I don't understand them the way I want to. But, to answer your question more directly, Red Lyrium,
Yes, I'm familiar with it.
as you well should be, being one of its victims. I would love to know how you survived. But that is a conversation for another time, and judging by your face, it's not one I should pursue right now. There is a threat in Ostwick which not only threatens my city, my people, but also the majority of Thedas. We ship food. We
Yeah.
ship supplies which keep people in Ferelden and Olay and beyond fed. With the blight rendering the Andals ruinous, we provide food. When the wars in Saharon and Tevinter destroy food, we provide food. The fourth blight's shadow is still upon us, and now we have to contend with this Corypheus fellow, which has sent out lots of refugees everywhere, away from their farms, away from their resources. We send them food. If we no longer do this, we will lose about a quarter of the population of the entirety of Thedas because of food.
Yes, it's essential. I think we've established that.
Excellent. I hope I have set to you the ramifications of this threat. And yet you seem unconvinced, so I will ask you this simple question. What will it cost me? If ideals are not enough,
We want your castle.
You're not there.
I know. I moved away.
he just appears back and says, I want your castle. I'm going to give her an offer I can't refuse.
Cyril, beyond personal gain, what would it take for you?
As I said earlier,
Standing. Status.
no. You have to help us with the Inquisition.
I would like my sister exiled.
I've tried to exile your sister 3 times now.
She just keeps coming back.
Her hatred of you is the only thing keeping her from taking over the whole damn city. That's why I've been keeping you alive.
Well, I need a drink now.
I love that one. Sorry.
I agree with Cyril. The Inquisition is still not a strong, does still not have a strong presence in Ostwick, and any aid you can render our way would be much appreciated. But also, I would beg that the issues between the mages and the Templars, that you maybe might help do something to sort that out.
A very good point. Which ties in with why I said you were already invested.
I am quite invested. Ostwick is my home now, and the world does not need more strife with all the things that are going on, with the breach and everything. And City United is stronger in the face of what may come in the future. So that's my price.
I can see the Keth fellow has influenced you quite deeply.
You know a lot about us.
I do. It's my job. Don't worry, your secrets are compartmentalized.
So if it's your job, that means you have a superior over you too.
Oh,
And who's that?
addendum. Leave Keth out of it.
Addendum. Yeah.
Drink.
Yeah, right.
Whenever Valeth uses some sort of obscure word we've never heard before, drink.
Oh, I've heard it plenty, but it's valid.
Yeah.
I believe I've hit a sore spot. My apologies. I have no intention to cause any threatening behaviour. Indeed, if my research is correct, threats never work.
No, in general they don't. Just don't get him involved in this. Anything that happens should not. It will be my responsibility.
Rest assured, Kethin Lysmith has nothing to fear from me.
You're very good at talking about other stuff too. Leading the subject to something else.
And you have played the game before.
Never.
So we have a deal. Good. Right. I guess we should get back to the party then.
Then you owe me a favor, because that's not one of my living act things that I want to do. So,
I mean,
if you don't want to agree on the Inquisition thing, then you should owe me a favor.
How about not divulging your real name?
You don't know that.
Don't
So-
I? We'll talk about your favour at a later date. If we're still alive to do so.
That's fine.
As you,
Yeah.
as you turn around and walking down to the ballroom, you see Andulis or Gakvar surrounded by all these ladies.
All the girls, all the girls.
ladies.
The singing. Sorry.
He's a dancing machine. Knows all the moves.
So I was like, no, don't you do that. And then I hit him with my sword.
But he should know Tevintern dance moves.
Which is essentially Michael Jackson.
Let's keep the silk scarves out of this.
Yeah. Please.
Alright.
And no white gloves, please.
Oh. When you kind of got defensive about Kath before, by the way, and you're like, you leave Kath out of this. There's this little dink, dink, dink at the window, and you look behind and we see Kath basically
Totally canon. Totally canon.
Totally pseudo-canon. Nobody fucks with me.
Yeah, but the thing about casting the windows and arrow slits is all in her head.
That's definitely possible. She is essentially the crazy ex-girlfriend of
the group?
Of the group. So she's hallucinating all the time. The stress of management, There's actually a few notable people in the area. You probably know them better than most. You have one person from each of the 5 major households. You've got someone from House Bowen, House Morgan, House Vaughan. They're all milling around, talking to people, all trying to get an edge on the other person, doing the unusual thing.
Kieran,
Yes, that would be me.
can you tell me if you see anyone talking to someone who normally wouldn't or shouldn't be talking to each other?
That person who was talking to Lloyd Maddox. What house was that again?
Sylvie Vaughan. The House Vaughan has got major associations with the military, always has done. Lady Venetta Vaughan is a staunch ally of Lady Maldwin.
So it wouldn't be odd for her to be talking to Maddox.
It wasn't her. Sylvie. Not presumably no, because both of them are security, military. They hate Both of them are equally disdainful of parties.
Yeah. Can I roll a
You
perception?
certainly can.
Can I listen in on some conversation by going into
Certainly.
shadow mode and sneaking up behind people and just casually like standing closer than they think because they can't really see me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Can I roll detect lyrium? Or red
Yes.
lyrium?
15. With seeing.
15?
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Cool.
I rolled an 11.
Cool.
Can I do stuff?
Yeah,
Like,
what do you like to do?
For instance, can I, like, let some of my butthurt feelings show so the older ladies, not old ladies, but, older than me ladies,
Not hard.
12,
Like 17.
and above,
Like
You
14.
know,
he's
show,
like
like,
5, she's
show
14.
pity in me and go like, oh, but poor boy, come here and tell me all their secrets. Just because they like to talk and they think I'm a child.
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable child, so, No, not there.
Yes.
Yes.
I got 26 on stealth.
Damn. Drink.
I'm out.
All you need to do really is just make you look like an elvish slave and no one will notice you.
How do I do that? Like,
In that dress? I doubt it.
Yeah,
What
right.
does the shadow speciality thing do, or talent do, again?
makes you very hard to spot.
Yes.
Nice.
Also, if you succeed on a stealth, if you're backstabbing, I get my damage in. I get to add my cunning to damage as well as strength.
Nice. Right. Sorry.
It's very
Also,
shanky.
if I get a double in battle, I can pretend and fool the monster that we're fighting that there's something over there. I can be like, "That's a decoy," and they'll be like, "Wow."
Look behind you, it's a distraction.
Yes.
You're now
That's
very
basically what-
distracted.
That's
Anyway,
basically what
I
can
just
do.
did a distraction.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh my god, it's the
Decoy.
hero of Ferelden. What?
I do actually have shadow. So.
Yeah, but that's like if you have the full master one, you have all those three.
Gee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yes.
Anyway.
Where were we first? Yes. First of all, you notice that.
You too.
Yoo-hoo! Fix them about.
Suicide pact.
What?
The
The
jelly
jellyman.
men.
Yes. Yes.
Jelly
Well,
bags.
first of all, you notice that Sorrel is currently talking with Ban Edmund Bowen. Ban is a man in his prime, strong-jawed, bald as a statue. He's wearing a black robe, presumably from the loss of his brother, who incidentally was the previous Knight Commander of Ostwick's Foxhole, which you've dealt with the situation before. It's very unusual for Sorrel to talk to such a man because they're so diametrically apart. Sorrel loves his status and he shows it. Bowen, the head of House Bowen, the house is very bound to the chantry, and as a consequence he's very religiously devout, and he wears very simple, humble robes. He doesn't wear trappings of his office.
I inform Valeth and Ferrell.
I tried to sneak up a bit closer then to see if I can hear what they're talking about.
Cool.
I assume I didn't sense any lyrium with an 11.
I'll get to you. They don't notice you as you approach. You hide behind a couple talking and focus out what they're talking about so you can actually hear the conversation. What you hear is, so she's on her way then. She is. I haven't seen her in so long. It's going to be quite a relief. being a widower and then losing my brother, it's been quite lonely. Oh, I can only imagine. It must be quite difficult for you being the only one left in your house. It is. Although I do have grandchildren, they are far too young to understand what I'm going through. But that my daughter has returned, that is something. I haven't seen her since she joined the chantry. I wonder what it will be like for her to return to the house. Oh, I'm sure it will be glorious, my lord. Now, shall we toast? For the return of Lady Hark. I hope that you find some sense of happiness at her brimming. I'm sure I will, Lord Sorrel. Congratulations on your ascension, by the way. I apologise for it to be caused in such distress. Oh, not to worry. I'd never really got under with my father. In some ways this was quite fortuitous. Turns out he was turning quite senile. They then start talking about nugs. As you do when the plottiness stops.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that nug? Oh yes.
No.
golden nug.
The conversation start over again.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Well,
Ah.
that's something.
Yeah.
When you're ready to jump, click X. Jump. Jump.
Kiran probably then goes on to mingle with the ladies and dance
Mm.
and see if he can pick up any gossip on the dance floor.
Gossip on the dance floor.
Yeah.
I guess I'm in like a couch with ladies around.
Littered
Oh my
with
gosh,
ladies.
this is just like a rap video now.
Suddenly Gakfar's got like one of them baseball hats.
Let's
And
face
like
it,
chain.
Gakfar does sound like a rapper's name.
Yeah, it probably
Is Gakfar
does.
like as Justin Bieber from his early career?
Oh my
You know,
gosh.
he's hanging out with the hip hop artists.
Oh,
He's like, yo,
No,
yo,
no,
yo.
no, no, no.
No.
He's slightly intimidated, but you know, he doesn't feel.
Oh,
What about
intimidating.
Kaida? She's gonna be so sad when you get home and
Yeah.
tell her about this.
Yeah, well, he's been led to this couch by the females. He's like, okay, I'll join me. Oh, all right, okay.
But he wanted this though. He did it on purpose.
As you're sitting there, actually, a young, must be something around 16, 17, dark hair with darker eyes comes rushing over to you and grabs your hand. Come with me if you want to live.
Okay.
She just grabs you. You hear like lots of "aww" behind you, and she just drags you through the crowd a few feet before you get to the red fountain of wine, and then she sits back and leans her head back. Oh, hi. I'm sorry. You did not look happy there.
It was quite intimidating. There were a lot of females, and I kind of felt trapped.
Right? I feel trapped as well. Do you want to go into the garden? Maybe like play some hide and seek or something.
Sounds like fun. Sure.
Right?
Oh no.
Follow me. Should we say I've spoken to one of the guards. He thinks that we're going to get married, but he's going to let me open the door and get out.
Okay.
now.
Oh.
I'm so worried.
Do you
This is not
I wonder if you recognise her actually. You saw the Reese family come down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Miriam Reese.
Okay.
And
Lutra
she's-
Gem says, I'm picturing Honey from Oran, to be honest, on one of those fancy couches in the music room.
Yep.
Only more nervous. Cross between Honey and Haruhi.
Haruhi also. Jesus. Oh, should we go swim?
That's Haru.
Oh, sorry. I only know so many anime trash.
You only know free.
It's not true. I don't only know.
He only trashes free.
Anyway, I'll get to you now. As you're dancing, you're hearing very little gossip in that direction. Most people are talking.
No, mostly from my dance partners. I'm thinking.
Yes, of course. So I see that you're hanging out with the Trevelyan's sponsors, you know, the elevated slaves and whatnot. How does it feel? I mean, are they truly as interesting as people are saying they are?
Damn.
Good roll.
Oh,
Is this your sassometer?
I feel like a zoo animal.
It's hard being upper class. What you trying to do with that?
Oh,
You just roll dice, now you're figuring out what they are.
No, I was gonna roll something else, and then you started talking.
I'm sorry, I do that.
I was gonna do something, and then you started talking. So yeah, he probably just like puts on a very fake smile. He's like, tell me, how much experience do you have with slaves?
Well, none of course. Slavery is banned in Ostwick.
So why are we talking slavery then?
I figured, I never...
It's a little bit rude, isn't it?
She turns bright red, looks at you for a second, and goes, "You're such a bore!" And then walks off. And she's quickly replaced.
I'm saving this role for the next interesting person. For
Actually,
what I was going to do.
Oh no. It doesn't take long for you to hear one tidbit of information now, which is that Lady Vaughan hasn't been too well of late.
Where does that come from?
Oh, it's one of the handmaidens of her house. She's apparently been having to clean up the vomit and been having to deal with her mood swings.
Oh, really? Right, then Kieran finds her and just kind of sidles up to her very discreetly and hands her a glass and says, "It looks like you could use a break."
A Lady Vaughan?
No, her handmaiden.
Oh, a handmaiden, yes.
Seduction?
Yeah. She's already quite drunk, and that roll just, yeah.
Let's just say that's 12. 14.
What a stud.
Yeah, that's 22.
Oh, damn.
Drink time.
Well, that's drink time for sure.
So you're honestly here. You're Kieran Trevelyan. Oh gosh, I feel so. I feel so weak.
Shall we go outside and get some fresh air, maybe?
Yes, that's what you call it.
Go,
Straight to
Kieran.
the chase, are we?
My shift starts in a couple of hours, and I'm hoping it'll take just as long. I've heard that the library isn't being used right now.
Yeah, I already told someone off for, trying to read.
I'm sorry?
Never you mind. Let's go.
When you take her by your hand, she's like, "Oh!"
So, tell me everything you know about these toffs around here.
Very pretty.
Because I do enjoy my pillow talk.
She starts basically complaining about how her mistress, Lady Vaughan, has been recently throwing up every morning. And everyone's making jokes about how she's too old to be pregnant, and she's been very moody. And one occasion, she actually beat one of the other servants with a iron poker.
Ooh. Well, a hot or a cold one? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I basically, yeah. Kira basically pumps her for all information and then some.
Oh.
Well, the only
wording, phrasing.
The only extra thing I could add is that she's been
Are we
having-
doing phrasing now?
This will get taken out of the podcast.
Probably not.
What I can tell you is that since her husband was killed, sending a relief force over to Denerim during the Fourth Blight, she's become a widow who is eternally against warfare and the like. So much so that she's been essential in the diplomatic relations for the city, which flies against the fact that House Vaughn is strongly knitted with the militaristic traditions of Ostwicks Hussars. So her name, her very being has more bearing on the military than even Lady Malvin does. Luckily, her and Lady Malvin are very strong friends.
Kieran has
buddies.
been making sure that she has an even flow of alcohol through the entire conversation.
You just told her.
And when it kind of comes to getting physical, he's like, I'm sorry, my dear, you're far too drunk and I wouldn't be one to take advantage.
I am not drunk. I am well
Why
rested.
don't we give you a rest and make sure that you get some peace before you have to go back on shift again?
She actually knocks your hands away and tries to walk away from you before not noticing the sofa that's in front of her, falling ass over tit and basically falling asleep with her face on the pillow with her legs in the air.
Yeah.
Kieran readjusts her so that she's a bit more proper and sees if she can find a blanket to just like put over.
Yeah, as a point of case, actually, I fell asleep like that once. Ingrid did no such thing for me. If I'm not mistaken, she recorded
Well,
it.
you were probably not wearing
I
a
have
skirt.
pictures.
You don't know that.
I'm just guessing. Educated guess.
Educated guess, is it? Your pants are amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna move back to you guys before I find out what happens in the garden.
I guess
Oh my
I
God.
sneak back to talk about to ask Valeth if she's heard of any Lady Hark.
Yeah. Have you heard of any Lady Hawk? Sorry, Hark.
Oh my god! What?
Lady Hawk!
Who has there's a daughter who's supposed to be returned and she's been in the chantry.
Would that be historical, cultural?
Let's go with historical. I really don't like those focuses. They should be more specific.
And she's on the way here now.
17.
17. You've heard of there was a knight called Hark, during the Templar fight that you had.
Mm-hmm.
She was on site, but you didn't see her. She was kind of like a nobody, but you remember reading the name from one of the many books that you'd picked up on the occasion.
Yeah.
Kath never mentioned anything of note about her.
Right. Well, I mean, the name sounds familiar. I've seen it in a book or a report somewhere, but
The dog's making me
it's
beat
a
it.
Templar in the order, and there's nothing really noteworthy about her.
The guys that they talked about her coming here, and it was there's a long time since anyone has seen her,
Yes.
and she's supposedly joined the chantry of some sort, but
Well, as the Templar probably, or.
yeah, but she is on her way, they said. So I don't know what that
But
means.
who said this?
I don't know what the guy's names was.
One of them was the Reese guy, right? Sorrel Reese.
Sorrel
Yeah, it
Reese?
was
Yeah.
Sorrel and Bowen. Or
Yeah,
Bowen.
Ban Edmund Bowen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Edmund Bowen.
Bowen Seymour.
Right. Yeah. So maybe she is maybe she's a part of the Sorrel family, or married into it, or something or other like that.
I'm not sure because he was like, "It's so long I've seen her. You're a lonely widower," and
Right. Maybe he's looking to remarry or something.
I don't know. He talked about a daughter has returned or something, so it might be his daughter too. But you know,
Could be.
he was just saying that he was lonely after he became a widower.
Well, we'll just have to remember this and see if it leads anywhere at some point.
so, yeah. But just stay alert. Like, if she's a Templar and there's Templars coming here, then I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Mm. Yeah. I haven't really heard anything of use yet.
The only scary thing is that she's, the other kind of Templar.
She could, yes. there's that.
Obviously, we're being very quiet, or like.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Goes without saying. We're not exactly
It's
shouting.
like standing right in front of you as this extremely inebriated, very drunk noble is like, so what are we talking about?
You're beautiful.
Smash.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm finding it hard to focus here. I'm out of my element. I mean, I know about this in theory, but it's horrible. I want to go home. Is what I want, but we can't.
Nope. We need to do this. You made a deal, and there's a lot of stuff on stake here for you.
I know.
So if you do this, it will be worth it, I guess.
We have to.
Yes.
So on point. So on point.
Yes.
By the way, to answer your question about the lyrium
Yeah.
detection, you get a faint underlying scent of it.
Yeah.
It's getting closer.
No, this is here.
Right.
It would take some further detection to
Farrell?
find it.
It's very faint. I can't see anything for sure, but I do sense red lyrium somewhere here. So what I'm thinking,
Oh, sorry, my mistake. It's not red lyrium you're
Okay,
detecting.
just
it's the
lyrium.
song of blue lyrium.
okay, blue lyrium. Okay. Well, that's better than nothing, but that could mean the assassin.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking, if we promenade around the party, I can try to sense if we're getting closer to it or not.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. We could dance.
It's trying to get to the cover.
We could,
It's the dog food.
but I'm not really good at it, and I'm wearing
I'll lead, no
shoes.
problem.
Okay,
I'll go slow.
okay. This is not how I thought the evening would end, but fine.
Is it acrobatics?
Oh, fuck.
Isn't
I'm
it
asking
always?
you.
Yes.
I have nothing in acrobatics. Ooh, that was pretty good.
No, but you got it in style.
14.
I got
Good enough.
Lucky roll, like the luckiest ever.
18.
You manage it.
All right,
Do I lead Miss Valley?
you probably
I
do.
probably do.
Oh.
What do you want?
He just wants stuff. That's why he's clawing on the cupboards.
Yeah, he was staring indignantly on the
Yep, he knows.
last cupboard.
He
He knows
knows
that's
that
the treat.
that's the where we keep his treats. Yeah,
Yeah.
Indignant pug. That's going to be his new code name from now on.
he does that every day.
Indignant
every
pug.
single day.
Pug the indignant. Now back to the garden.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh yeah.
So, Miriam Reese is a delightfully naive thing. Although reportedly she is in her late teens, she is acting very much like someone who wants to remain a child forever. Dark raven-like locks, black sparkly eyes, just like her brother. Although her green and white dress is quickly getting torn to pieces as you enter the garden in one of the different the spaces between the walls that lead to the bastions. There is this small, quite pathetic labyrinth that she leads you in before turning around. Okay, right. So we play hide and seek. I'll go first. I'll count to 10. Hide and seek. Awesome.
Hide and sweep.
Hide and swoop.
I'll chase you with this broom,
Swoop.
and if I find
Oh,
you,
yeah.
I will hit you with this broom. That's what's called hide and sweep.
Oh, that's a good game.
Haha! I found you, smack.
Is it snowing?
Yes, very faintly.
Can she say a famous quote from Alistair now?
No.
Oh.
Have you ever have you ever licked a lamppost in winter?
Yeah.
Have you ever licked a lamppost in winter?
Yes.
Do you mean a lamppost,
Yes.
Alistair?
No.
I knew it! I'm telling Morgan. Morgan, the eternally disapproving mother. So I'll count to 10. You go hide. Okay?
Okay, sure, yeah.
Okay. And she puts her hands over her head. 1,
And I start running.
2. Roll for stealth.
Roll for smarts because you don't want to leave a trail.
Roll for spirits.
Nerd.
No.
Wow.
That's the okay. So that's like 17, 11.
11? Really? You got 11.
Shitty roll.
Shitty roll. Gakfar doesn't need to hide. Gakfar will make your arms disappear. So it's groovy. Okay, cool. So you run into the labyrinth, find a reasonably poor spot to hide in, and then you hear, "Ready or not, here I come!" And she starts looking around. And you can hear her giggling to herself. She's having the time of her life. And as she gets close to you, she's about to jump out and grab you. You can tell she knows where you are because as she's getting close, she's giggling. This is almost a relief from having to deal with the people inside. But then you hear another voice call out to her, "Miriam, come inside quickly, you'll catch a chill." It's another lady's voice.
Okay. Can I just, trying to aid her by quickly drag her down towards me to, hide?
Yes. I won't even make you roll for that, actually. That's adorable. You drag her half over the fence, the small low-cut hedge. She comes to a thump, basically landing right next to you. She's like breathing in the darkness of the lack of... This is basically just moonlight and starlight that's illuminating the area. She just... Quick. I think she spotted me, but I can't be sure. "Miriam! Are you out here?"
That's so cute.
Then you hear another voice, a male voice. "Is she out here?" No, I can't find her anywhere. Should we alert the guard?" No, don't do that. We're not ready for that yet." Then they both go back inside. Honestly, my brother and my sister are so boring.
What were they talking about? Not ready?
Oh, I don't know. They're always planning something. Should we go again? This time, you be it.
Okay.
Okay. Go on, count to 10. She dusts off her petticoat and all the rest of the crap.
Yeah, I count very slow.
Okay. You hear her running away, and then you hear her also running past you, and she's like trying to make her mind up.
No, there.
I wait till she's quiet before I go to 10.
Cool. Yes.
9.5.
Do you want to roll search?
Yeah.
10.
It's a 5.
Okay. So 9 plus... No, it's 10.
You got 10.
No, it's 10.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, I didn't get much better. So, we're both terrible.
Kids.
You're actually, like, hopelessly, you can't find her anywhere until you notice that she's essentially trying to hide behind one of the candle posts that illuminates the garden. And she's doing an abysmal job of it. The reason you didn't notice her before was because, well, no one should do that. That's just stupid.
Okay, can I just, walk behind her and as I find her, I tickle her?
Yes, you can. Okay, you found me. I could barely breathe in this thing. She finds a bench and sits down.
I help her down.
Hmm?
I help her sit down. Because I'm a gentleman.
Aww.
Or boy.
Gentle boy.
Your name
The
is...
gentle boy.
What was your name?
Oh, I'm at the party I'm known as Gakfar, but you can call me Gaffy.
My name's Miriam. You can call me Miriam.
Delighted to meet you, Miriam.
Everyone else calls me Lady. Lady. Lady Reese. She's like almost expecting you to want to walk away from her when she says it. She's looking down at her feet.
I kind of, understand the feeling of not wanting your station, not wanting all the responsibility and all the schooling and etiquette and I've been there.
I get that.
And I mean, Reese is just a name. It's not who you are.
You're not like the others, though, are you?
Don't know.
There's roll perception.
Is it perception what?
No, sorry, my mad. Roll magic.
Any focus magic?
No.
Just magic.
Yeah, magic.
Oh!
I got a double.
Damn.
5 on the die. Or 6 on the die because, because, yeah. So that's like 12 plus 5 plus 9.
You're surprised you didn't notice it before, but she's a mage. You feel the wind of magic, the wind that doesn't make your hair move, but makes your soul blow inside you, like a candle in the wind.
You almost pulled it off.
I heard the expression in my head, and my brain was like, "Oh, don't say that," and then my mouth was like, "Yeah, I'm totally gonna say that."
Yeah, I'm going to, do like small flicker of flame in my hand and show her.
You are like me, except you. Was your mother an elf?
No, my father was.
Oh, it's delightful. Was he really tiny?
No, for now he was actually quite tall. Don't spoil the chat yet.
I wish I met my mum. My dad, he didn't want me. I was just an extra. But I'm glad I met you.
Well, you're very nice for being a lady. Most ladies.
Being a lady.
I mean, no offense, but most ladies I've met are kind of stuck up. You're nothing of the sort.
Well, their problem is they have a use. I don't have a use. I'm too young. You see, I've been told that I'm 16 summers, I think.
16. Okay.
I'm probably gonna have to join the Chantry as a sister or something, unless they can marry me away to some lower house.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really know the responsibilities of young ladies since I never really have any sisters. I'm a lone child, and yeah.
I have a thought.
Yeah.
How about I be your sister?
Sure. I would welcome a sister.
Excellent. Then you can be my younger little brother.
Yeah. Sounds lovely.
She gives you this rather overreaching hug before letting you go and stopping. She's looking into the darkness, just cresting the hill because it's gotten dark now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that?
Can I sense something?
Yes, roll it.
Roll what?
Magic.
Let's see. That 8 plus 9, that's 17.
17. You do, actually. You feel a roiling sense of wrongness. It's not something you're used to because you weren't here the last time the group may have felt it. But it's like a song almost. Discordic. It sounds like people singing out of tune. It feels very dirty. Not in a sexual way, just really dirty.
Yeah. Maybe we should go inside. Follow me, please. And I give her my hand.
Meanwhile, back on the inside.
Oh my.
Do you want to roll magic as well?
Yep.
Please.
I'm just like, la la la, dee 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 dee.
It's great being mundane. Blah 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 blah. Muggle, 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 muggle. Yeah.
Exactly.
No
20.
match. What?
20.
Your spidey sense is going off crazy.
Yeah.
All of your kind of like minutiae of detail of trying to figure out where the blue lyrium is gets completely tidal waved by this overwhelmingly familiar sense of red lyrium.
We're dancing. We're currently dancing.
Do I feel like does it give me any physical reaction, or
Roll
is it just
Constitution?
right?
If this goes bad, I have a good idea of how I'm gonna fix this.
If it involves the chandelier, I love it. Quick, cut the chandelier! Why?
10.
Because that's what people do. What'd you get?
10.
10. Yeah. Valeth shocks everyone because she doubles over and throws up on the floor.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh my! She's had too much to drink! Oh, us elves!
Valeth grabs you on the shoulder.
Shut up!
And she does like this, and like, I appreciate the effort, but red lyrium, so much of it.
You suddenly here, or is it coming?
It's here, and it's like a wave of sickening, rotten, discordant energy.
But here at this spot, that person, I just point at the random nearest person.
Where does it come from?
It's like when you point, the person you point at is actually Keth with lots of hankies, and he's like,
I think at this point, Kiran comes back to the ballroom again and kind of like, oh my, vomiting seems to be the cause of the day.
within seconds there's a servant there with a mop who's like, don't mind me, just mopping it up.
Excuse me, where is the nearest bathroom?
I have a dog under my.
The nearest the nearest privy is just by the entrance and to the right.
Where is the red lyrium energy coming from?
I'm sorry, if you need wine, then I think it's here. Wait,
I'm talking to you.
where's it coming from?
Yeah.
Excellent question. It's actually coming down the stairs. You hear the herald
From the
call out
balcony or from the entrance?
from the entrance.
All right.
You hear the herald call out.
There. That's
Presenting
where.
Captain of the Templars, Miss Arya Hark.
Yep,
I
that's
knew
what
it.
we talked about. Oh no.
There is a
She's
young
a Red
lady
Templar.
walking down the steps wearing the armour of a Templar,
Oh damn.
and she is red-haired.
Oh fudge! No!
She-
No! No! Don't let her be the red bitch. Are you fucking serious? Where are my weapons? I need them now. I have them. I stuck them up my butt, so I just drive them. I'm gonna go full attack mode on that bitch. She's gonna fucking die, and I don't care who's in my way. She's gonna freaking die right now.
I'm not instigating this. It's not me. I'm calling it.
This beautiful image of Pearl, basically. I was like, I snuck in with so many weapons right now, and I need a shit. She's just, like, someone kind of scares her, she's like, and then suddenly this entire armory falls out of her butt.
It's like,
Unless you have a save in the most in that bodice of yours, I doubt it.
Okay, but to be
I'm
fair,
gonna search my butt, I can have anything up there.
to be fair, this is exactly what goes on in my head, like in Pharaoh's head. This is what she thinks.
It's a hard life.
So I'm just gonna drag Valeth's ass before the red. Like I'm gonna drag Valeth off the floor to the privy before the red bitch could spot us, because she knows obviously how we look, and she probably knows that we're here.
Do you look at her?
No,
No? Okay.
I don't
the
dare.
chat is saying it's just static and screaming like my ass. Saying,
Don't worry, the podcast will clear it up. Or just
Hopefully.
Oh, this is a new mic, isn't it?
Oh jeez.
Yeah. It's a different mic, so.
We need to fine tune it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't look at her. Okay, cool.
No.
So you drag her off to the
But-
privy.
But is it the red bitch?
You don't look at her.
Okay, then I
She
freaking
didn't
look at her.
but I do.
Okay, well look at her then.
I'm gonna look at her.
look at you.
I thought thought that we had established that it was her. And now you're gonna say, no, it's not her. It's just someone who looks like her. Then all of this was for nothing.
Are you okay there? You need some time out?
No, 19.
19.
12.
No one needs a freaking time out. 19.
I'm so
Suck it.
Sorry. I got
Like-
12, but then again, in my defense, I just threw up.
So they just look up with like vomit coming out. I was like,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Nope.
Nice. Oh dear me. There is a strange likeness, but it's not the red bitch.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No.
She looks visibly different. She is younger, actually more attractive in some ways. Freckled. Quite a very sincere look on her face. She's smiling genuinely. She's coming down the steps. She's wearing traditional Templar armor, no red. Although there is a familiar blade hanging from her back that has had its blade wrapped in white cloth. Although you know the hilt shape.
Yeah.
That's
And she's just coming down the stairs, quite happy, greeting people, smiling.
She's probably got like
Plastic?
rejuvenated. Is that what it's called?
No, she died. She fell from the tower. There was a body, but we couldn't find the sword. So it's not the red woman, even though...
It is a red woman.
Well, yes, but it's not her. This is someone else, but she has the blade.
As
Yes.
she reaches the herald, she actually whispers in his ear, and he does a gesture like, "Oh, sorry, terribly sorry. Apologies. I would like to reintroduce the Lady Aya Bowen."
Right.
She walks over to where her father is and gives her a very tight hug, and you can see as she's looking over the shaven priesty guy's shoulder, she gives Sorrel a wink.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And then you enter the privy.
Yeah.
You better use it now, because people are waiting for that thing. This is
Okay,
when
we
you
clean
enter.
you up, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
So now I feel it.
Yeah, you feel
More
it.
intense.
You feel the wave
I'm
of
gonna
it.
run
And
to the toilet.
let me just check. Miriam actually throws up into a plant pot to your
I
left.
hold her hair.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
Oh, what is that feeling?
I think it's coming from the blade over there. It's where it feels the strongest.
She's so sick.
Yeah, there's something wrong with her, alright.
Oh dear, she's looking, she's thinking about my brother. Oh god.
So she knows your brother.
Uh-huh.
That's not good. I mean, it can't be good.
She's very wrong. I mean, my brother is not pure, but she is very wrong. She's swimming in it. She's taken all that filth and she's made it into an image of herself.
Maybe you should call for a carriage home.
I do feel rather unwell. I may do that.
Yeah, shall I follow you?
She holds your hand. That would probably cause more problems. But your name was Andulis. Gaffy, yeah? And you're with House Trevelyan?
Yeah.
I can get in touch with you then. I have people.
Okay. Right. You sure you're fine?
Yes. Well, don't worry. My brother would never let anything happen to me.
Truly hope not. Yeah. I reach in my pocket and take up one of the leaves from the hedge and give her to remind of the hide and seek.
Aww.
That's cute.
She basically plonks it in her hair and then just gives you this big tight hug. I'll see you later, little brother.
See ya, sis.
That's cute. Very cute.
Where's Cassian, by the way?
Cassian is in Foley.
Cassian's in Folly, everyone.
We got that established. Ron, however, is kind of like, I'm just gonna have a drink.
Yeah.
Like
You're
people are
actually-
just leaving him left and right, so he's just
You're
like,
the only person to notice this. Lady 4.
yeah.
Yeah? She basically leans over to the table of food and pushes a lot of it off the table. She's basically leaning backwards, clenching her chest, but going a bit cross-eyed, and then
I rush over to her.
Who is doing that?
Lady Vaughan,
But you're not there.
No.
and she drops backwards. Do you want to roll Dex to see if you get the time? Initiative is a bonus.
Probably the red
Oh,
area. No, the
oh.
blue ring.
I think I catch her.
Oh, bless. Nice. That is 3 sixes.
Oh my. That's a good catch.
You literally
That's
run
critical
across.
crit.
Kirana's a good catch.
Again.
You run across the dance floor, actually ducking underneath someone's dance moves, and then sliding. I'm not even joking. You slide on your leggings all the way over to where she's falling, and if it wasn't so tragic, it would have been awesome.
Okay, this is like
Sure.
first Matrix style under, and then sliding John Travolta Grease style on his knees.
Just you to pick John Travolta. I was going with like, I don't know, Destiny or something cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
John Travolta. Who's the older one here? God. Sandy? Tell me about it. You have the old woman in your arms, and she's looking at you with pained expression in her eyes. You've seen this before. She's having a heart attack.
Oh, shit.
And there is a brief moment where she's grabbing at your shoulder before she lets out a breath.
Can I roll perception to see if I see it?
Yes.
Oh my.
8.
It's the first time someone's died and no one's exploded. You know, I feel almost disappointed.
10?
10? No, you don't see it.
Okay.
However, you do hear the commotion as people go, oh.
Can I run over?
Yeah.
Like, do I, see that she's in trouble or something?
Mhm.
Can I do a healing spell?
Yep.
I'm just gonna see what to roll very quick. Let's see, sorry. Heal
Generals are the best.
Target number 12.
10.
Because you've done it that often, right?
Yeah, I hit it.
Yeah.
So then she receives whatever.
1d6 per magic
I
point
can
spent.
spend 3 mana points. So I'll roll this to see how much she gets. That's 11.
Just the dice, you don't get any magic
I'm
added to
just
it.
checking. 11.
Drink. 11? Yeah, she doesn't get any health points except for 1, but she, you feel her as this wind of blue glittering energy enters her body through her nose, through her eyes. She jolts in your arms, and you feel like almost the vibration of her pulse kicking in, although her eyes are still closed. You just saved her life. Well done.
Nice.
Help! We need some help here.
There are servants all over the place. Guardsmen are rushing over. Suddenly, Lady Meldwin is by your side. We need to take her into the library now.
Yeah, he lifts her up and
Yep.
carries
I
her.
am not going to make you roll a strength check for carrying an old woman because that would be embarrassing if you failed it. Okay, I'll be right. Little help.
Get first here.
He'll take it on his stamina.
It's like Mario with the huge
He'll take it on his stamina as stubbornness.
sheer stubbornness. I will not let the lady down. Cool. So you take her with an entourage of about 6 Astrum Guard and Lady Maldwin into the library. You guys come out the privy at this point?
No, actually, Valeth's behind.
Oh.
I'm gonna go out and see what's going on.
Mhm. Yeah, it looks like one of the old people have fallen over and they're being dragged off into the library with him carrying her.
Alright, and him joining?
I guess.
Certainly seems that way.
Alright. Where's the red bitch?
The Red
The
Bitch
new
Mark
one.
II.
No,
She.
can I
Keep
stay
going out.
behind because I don't want to follow the queen bitch?
Sure.
Because, butthurt.
She's actually in talking with Sorrel and the old guy Edmund Bowen. They're both talking to each other, and they don't seem to be bothered by the fact that that Lady Vaughan has collapsed.
All right. Is there any like servant elves around?
Sure, loads.
Can I what are they wearing?
Just servant like attire, white and green tunics.
Can I sort of make my dress look like there?
Not without a complex sewing thing.
Nope. Can I ask one of the servants to ask her to can I talk to one of the servants, please?
Sure, one of
Yes.
them walking past with a tray of drinks.
Hey, good sir, or female, or whatever it is.
It's
I don't
a
know.
she.
It's a she.
Yeah.
Hey there, Missy.
Oh, hi?
Is it an elf?
Yes.
Can I ask you a favor?
She looks...
I want to make her a contact.
Okay.
That is,
Isn't it persuade?
Successful test persuasion, yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Persuasion. Oh no.
What are you up to?
10.
Anita, what are you
12.
up to?
Looking at spells.
She's up to something.
It's 12.
12?
Yeah.
I suppose we could be pals. I mean, I haven't got many.
Can you please do me a favor?
I suppose.
Yeah, and she will.
She will.
Yeah, because and
Because
she's
she knows
now,
where she lives.
No, because I can do another test to get a favor, and I have to do that,
Uh-huh.
and then I can turn her to an acquaintance. No, I can turn an acquaintance into an ally. With show of loyalty, significant. If I show her a favor for her, she will do me a favor, and that may. She will help me, but she won't like kill herself for me for my cause. She won't, do anything like that.
Well, you just made a contact of Minnie, the house elf.
Minnie the house elf. All right.
That sounds like it should be accompanied by Dobby.
Dobby!
Okay, I need to do another persuasion test. Just that's so much better. That's 22.
22.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. I need a favor from you, and it's very important. And we can be best friends forever. And I show her the secret handshake. I will do a favor to you later if you do this for me. Is that all right? All right.
Okay.
You can even have this dress after this event if you want.
There's a sudden silence as she's looking at your dress. Then she looks at her own body, and she realizes that she's about the same height. Oh, okay.
We have a deal?
Yes.
Okay. I need you. I need you to find a way to get Miss Arya Bowen to come here alone and enter the privy.
Right now?
Yes.
While she's doing that, what I'm doing is drawing a glyph of paralysis inside of the privy.
I knew she was up to something.
It takes a minute, that's why.
Knowing full well what you're going to try and do, and knowing full well how it's going to change the situation in this party, and looking at the time, I think I'm going to do one roll, and then I'm going to cut it there.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
It's getting really late.
and you guys are about to forget kicking the hornet's nest. You were about to drop a nuke on that bad boy.
Just leave it as a cliffhanger. That's for sure.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You see the house elf go over to Lady Hark. Talk with her briefly. Lady Bowen, sorry. Lady Bowen smiles beamingly and then looks over at the privy. Does she see either of you two?
No.
And she basically comes walking over, confident as anything. And I'll leave it there.
Holy shit! Holy shit! We are not saying no!
Guys, you're going to have to wait until next time when we find out how the party ends.
The party end? Okay.
If Lady Vaughan passes away, that means that the person in charge of Oswig loses control of the military. if Sorrel and Edmund Bowen and Lady Hark, who is obviously Red Lurimi, form an alliance, new baddies, anyone? And we're not even talking about Gavin Lovelace yet, so that's 4 baddies. And will the relationship between Gakfar and his new big sister flourish or get him killed? How is that apostate doing in the nobility? And will Kieran get that extra drink?
Who even knows?
Oh, you're going to have to come back to the next one as well.
Oh my god. Oh no, such a bore.
Such hardships. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. We're going to be joining again on the Fate Swain group tomorrow at 2 o'clock local time.
Yes. So watch that too.
Yep.
It's gonna be exciting. Get to know what happens to Cassian and Akalia and I almost forgot their names. Ishild.
Yourself and see
And the new one.
who Marianne is going to play.
Yeah, because as happened at Fate Swain Con, Marianne's character was tossed away, and all I can see is, you know how the Team Rocket gets tossed away in every episode of Pokemon? They just like, Team Rocket gets blah 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 again.
Blown away again.
They change though. They what they say changes each
Yeah.
time. But it's like Team Rocket blasts off at the speed of light or something. No, that's the intro.
Yeah, that's the intro.
I'm the worst Pokemon fan ever.
Anyway, Talon is no longer with us. So
Sadly. I have his dress though, so I have actually one piece of memorabilia from him.
You do.
the dress.
Yeah.
Lutra Gem says, thank you guys, this was fun. And Wienro says, this was fun, even though the chat is mostly 90% me.
And
And we thank you.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
thank you.
Number 1 fan, obviously. We're gonna have to get some of these guys on with us or something.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Totally. We're going to be at Toricon, if any of you guys are going.
Yes.
We're debating on what type of game we should run, and having
But
seen what...
we can't talk too much about that yet because, you know, they haven't announced anything or anything. So don't spread it.
No.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said
Secret.
that.
Self.
Wait. This is a perfect opportunity for me to do my Hagrid impression. Wait, not said that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that.
Shouldn't have said that.
Yes.
You're an apostate, Harry. Hagrid is a Templar, plot twist.
Yeah.
My
So,
lord.
but there might be stuff happening at conventions in Norway this year. That's what we can say.
And you
Yeah.
don't know if we're lying or not.
That won't make it into the podcast.
Nope, it won't.
That should be a t-shirt.
Yeah. So many t-shirts.
So little time.
I'll make cue cards at least that we can post on our Instagram with favorite quotes.
And
Pretty
because
decent big boy.
because it's coming, we're going to be seeing the Fates. The Bloody Stags are getting their own show in February, and we're going to be seeing a Vampire the Masquerade game, hopefully starting in February as well.
Yes.
I'll be a player.
And my hobby is going to be the game master.
Yeah, but I'm going to be a player.
Yeah.
Can you guess which clan I'm going to play?
He's such a bad player.
Malkavian.
Markavian, of course. It had to be Markavian, didn't it? Anyone else have anything to add?
I'm going to be playing a Bruja, or Bruja, however you want to pronounce it. So I'm going to be a punky anarchist kid who no one really knows whether is a girl or a boy.
I am basically being a vampire who is working as a social media model, and I'm very popular on Instagram, and I go clubbing all the time, and I'm rich.
And also obsessed with your own reflection.
Yeah, if this is actually
Let me take a selfie.
yeah, but that's the thing. I have this is what the game master decided. He was like, okay, you're gonna have this quirk. Whenever you see your own reflection, you get obsessed. You have to just watch it all the time. So I have to, like, if I see
Unless you do a save room.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't we all know certain people like that though? Really? I'm saying.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Oh bless.
So yeah, it's going to be really fun, but it's going to be a bit darker and grimmer, and it's going to be a audio podcast only, so we won't be putting it on YouTube.
And I'm gonna be there too.
Yeah, just because
Tony's playing herself.
heavy editing is probably going to be necessary on that one.
What?
Yeah. So
Thank you guys for having me.
yeah, it was
Tonight.
a treat.
And I would really, really love some fan art of Amdolis or Gekfar because he has like 2 and both are from Rio, right?
Yeah.
Art is we love
like
art.
fan art of Amdulas playing hide and seek.
Yes,
with
with Miriam, that would be
would
so
be
good.
like top notch.
And I would love to see all these Keth memes
Yeah.
made into a cartoon. That would be awesome.
Yes.
No Kieran's hand on Valak's ass though,
Bless.
please, because Keth would kill him.
Yes. Probably.
No, we love art. We love fan fiction. We love all of it. So if you ever have an idea in your head, please, with our blessing, go crazy.
Yes.
Seriously, it's
Feel free.
only the best.
And yeah, that's pretty much all we had. We don't have a date for the next episode, but it's coming as fast as we can set a time for it.
Yeah, and we can't leave this for too long because cliffhanger.
Plus, Rick forgets things.
Not to mention, Kieran needs to get back to your place and meet up with Leclerc. Cause
that's something that needs to happen.
Have you ever had a ship which the GM didn't want to happen, but it's going to happen?
It might not happen. She might care too much about Adrian. We don't know this.
I thought Leclerc was in an invested relationship now.
Ah!
All right.
No.
Keth.
well, you know, if it's Adrian, then you know he's been there, done that.
No.
All right. I think we're just going to cut it there and say thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon. And remember to watch the Fates Wane tomorrow. Okay, bye. Yes, subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, when do I get paid?